Okay. Okay. Um, I will be so honest with you. I'll be so honest with you. I was freaking, I won't start with that. I won't start I won't start with that. Today everyone. I was watching some of Ludwig's freaking content with my friend. The freaking streamer you videos, whatever. And I was really intrigued. I was like, whoa, like this is some pretty interesting stuff. I was taking notes and everything, but then I was like, when I was taking notes, I was trying to figure out like, can this actually be applied to like VTubers, Like how can VTubers use this? Because us like VTubers as content creators is an entirely different like stream of content when it comes in comparison to to like flesh tubers. So I really wanted to see. So we're gonna check that out. Today. We're gonna check that out today. I will say though, I like I said in the title, I am back in my dorm. I'm back in my dorm. I'm in my final year of college. I'm a senior. About to leave out of here. So I used to take online classes so I could stay at home, right? But now I'm back in my dorm, and it was so crazy. Like last semester, back when I was in RA, I actually had this incident, right, with my past roommate. There was two instances. The first one was when my roommate heard me rapping for the Isekai his album, and he didn't know that I use like profanity in my, cause like when it comes to like IRL, I don't use profane language like at all. The only time that I use profane language is in my songs because I think that is fun. So he heard me like saying all this stuff, and he like creaked open the door when I was practicing the I'ma stuff your dead body under the bed while I F your wife part, and he was like, Suitoin, what the what are you saying? He was so shocked. Like he actually looked like traumatized by it. I was like, oh crap, dude. Like, no, it's a song. Like he's never heard me like talk like that before. Cause usually I'm very mellow. Oh yeah, and then the second time was when I was recording some VTuber content, some VTuber clips, not VTuber clips, some VTuber shorts, and I didn't know that he was in my room, and I was talking about this one time where I was kind of stuck in traffic, and I kind of like was so sick of this guy like in front of me because he was texting on his phone, and I was literally like honking at him, and he walked in my room and he was like, bro, that's mad dangerous. Bro, you acting mad dangerous on the road. You back to back. So no, so we're not gonna. I didn't even know he was in the room. He actually started me. So no, those are two instances. My new roommate, he actually, they seem cool, but I'm gonna try. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to be very careful with how and when I stream, right? Because I don't want him to think I'm a weirdo. I've already had one instance where my roommate thought I was a weirdo. They still think I'm a weirdo. And it's crazy because that roommate and my new roommate, they're both friends. So they have something to talk about now. That's great. I didn't even think about that. They have something to talk about now. Okay. Whatever. They have something to talk about. That's cool. Okay. So we're going to have to keep it low key. We're going to have to keep it low key. I did want. That's interesting. Yeah. Hi Zombie. Yeah, I'm back on campus, and my last roommate, like he will always come in while I was recording my VTuber things, and he would like give this random ad commentary. I didn't even know that he walked in because my room is set up so that I am always faced away from my door, so I never knew that he was coming in, and he would just sit on my bed or sit on my floor, and he just like give this random commentary, and I'd always jump. Like literally, I promise you, I can probably like create like a whole like minute full of me just talking. Me like bloopers of me getting startled by this man, and like his like random commentary. the first few seconds of every single short I made. He's the reason why I had to make like 2 or 3 shorts until I eventually told him to get out. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of you. I am surprised though that they did well, okay, I won't jinx it, but I won't even jinx it. I'll just say that that I'm surprised I'm actually able to stream. I won't say anything about how or why because I don't want to jinx it. I'm just surprised. I'm just very surprised. I'm just very surprised I'm able to stream now. But wait, hold on. I'm very surprised because last time I here tried to stream. That's the reason why I started streaming on Irium. Cause some things were in place that I cannot control, and it didn't allow me to stream on YouTube. But it looks okay. I'll say it looks okay. It looks okay. It looks decent. It looks decent. Holy crap. So I wanted to watch a bit. I wanted to watch a bit of the lecture from Ludwig. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring it up actually. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're cooking. I don't know if it's oh yeah, my dog she's currently licking, so if you hear her, that is her. Okay, let me see. Full screen. Border. What's this? What the freak? Okay, nice. Don't look at my sound. Don't look at my stream. Don't look at any of that. Wait. What the freak? Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I was in Canva making freaking thumbnails. I had to create like 3. Thumbnails. I had to redo them because I accidentally exported them in like freaking 1080 like 640 or something. I don't even know why it was made that. I don't even know why that was the what was the output resolution. I digress. I'd rather start this. Let me see. I did kind of skip over some parts because like here, wait, is this loud enough?
I have it. I didn't bring it with me. Actually, I fucked up. We forgot to bring it. I wrote this down in 2018. I literally have the piece of paper in my dorm room.
Yeah.
Okay. It was 2,000 subs, 100K followers, 1 million uniques. Be punctual, be full time. I went 4 for 5. I'm not a punctual guy. I'll be honest about myself. All right. I went 4 for 5, but I do believe there is some value in materializing your goals by writing them out, putting them in the universe.
Yeah, he had an interesting. What the freak?
How do we get some discipline? This is an activity.
He had some interesting stuff, like some interesting nuggets of information throughout. I just wanted to go through and just like give my interpretation of what like a VTuber should take from it. Let me see. There's like a lot. Let me see. There's one specific one that, oh yeah, the I might just like go through to like random points. I might not watch the whole like thing because like this is 40 minutes long. 40 50. Oh god, like an hour. Oh no. Yeah, we aren't gonna be we're gonna be watching all of this.
What your schedule is, but start thinking of an ideal schedule. And then finally write down your 3 goats and why they are your goats, what you admire about them.
Wait, is this the goals part?
Actually, we'll talk about the content fund. I promise you that. For a year, I went to bed when I was tired.
Wait.
That much time left. But what do you want to achieve by the end of the year? These don't have to be streamer related. All right, they can be about maybe your personal health, your personal relationships.
Yeah, the goals. Yes, the goals. I create goals. I think a VTuber can definitely take advantage of like setting goals for yourself. I think like streamers, content creators, most definitely, what they do is they like, or even content creators in general, especially me, before like watching this class, I was just like doing stuff without like a goal. And if I guess, well, I think that like in life you should have like goals, right? You should have goals for anything. If you want to lose weight, set a specific standard for like how much weight you want to lose each week. Or if you want to eat better, then how much protein, what types of food. You have to be specific. I remember I took this one like university seminar that talked about like SMART goals. I forgot what SMART stood for, like specific, measurable, achievable, I forgot what R stood for, and then time specific or time oriented. But it's just basically to say that when you create a goal, it should be you should be very strategic on what you're saying you're doing and what you want to achieve. And this is like in creating goals for being a streamer, content creator, whatever, VTuber, whatever, is definitely the deal. My streamer goals were reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm currently at 700 something, and I want to achieve 1,000 subs by the end of this year. I know I can do it. I think I can do it. I know I can do it. I just need to like get really serious about like doing some stuff. Create 2 long form videos per month starting August, and which I'm doing. I already have I like last month's video doesn't necessarily count as this month's video, even though I kind of made it at the end of the month. I'm not counting it. I'm gonna create 2 fresh new videos. I already have one of them that I want to do. I need a bit more. I want to write like a whole script for the other one. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm probably gonna do that later this week. It's really my schedule now. Like I have classes, and classes really aren't that big of a deal. Like being back on campus, the only thing that might hinder me when it comes to content creation is maybe the electricity here. Sometimes the electricity goes off. It's enough. It's not like a weekly occurrence, but it's more monthly. I don't know. It happens a lot. It happens enough for me to actually like bring it up. Like usually when like something goes off, at your house, something you don't, it's just like, oh, it's throwing like a thunderstorm, whatever. Like no, the freaking no, bro, it goes off here. So I'm definitely going to have to figure that one out. But as long as it doesn't like mess up like during a stream or whatever, or like during editing or something, I should be fine. Even though both my editing and streaming services, well, YouTube doesn't, but CapCut, which I use, it does have a way to get back your files, because I use .mco whatever. But yeah, post 2-3 shorts a week. Yeah. With posting 2-3 shorts, I used to do like 7 shorts a week, and the thing with that is that I wasn't like seeing the amount of success I thought I was for putting in the amount of work I was putting in. And I think like the main reason behind that is probably because like I don't know. Honestly, I think it was just like I was doing way too much. I mean, I was seeing like results. I was getting 1 to 2 subs every single short. My whole thing was that at that point in time, I was in the middle of an internship, and I had a lot of free time on my hands. But even then, it's kind of like I wanted to make things that were a bit more interesting. Like I have like a bunch of stories I talk about, or a bunch of like stuff that I like to say in shorts, but I don't know. I just wanted to make something that was a bit that was I don't know. I wanted to kind of branch out, so that's why I created like this role where I have 2 to 3 shorts, like 2 to 3 shorts. I have 2 to 3 times a week where I can either create shorts from my videos, or honestly, you know what? I made it so I gave myself the goal 2 to 3 shorts, mainly because of the fact that I wanted to try and I wanted to try and make myself like realize exactly what the short was going to be. No, not what the short was going to be, but like make myself aware of why I'm creating the short. Like make myself aware of like why you're doing the short, like the audience that you're trying to pull in, and just trying to hone in my craft, because dishing out 7 like shorts a week, that's easy for me because like editing minimal. uh some of them need scripts, that's easy because I usually like say things off the dome anyway. But but for these shorts, but like even for the last shorts like last week, I enjoy making those because they came from like actual content I did. Stealing, don't steal, please don't steal, please don't steal, please, God, don't steal, please, don't steal, please. So that's why I want to do 2 or 3 shorts. I just wanted like something that was a bit like achievable. If I decide that when I create content that it's a bit easier to like make like 4 or 5 shorts, then sure. But realistically, I don't earn any money from shorts anyway. Just from things that give watch hours. So it's like maybe in the future. Oh yeah, and then oh yeah, so this was like he said that don't make goals that are quantitative, get some qualitative goals. So I said make it habitual that on the first and last day of every month I look at the prior month's videos performance and evaluate other content creators to ideate new content, which essentially I wrote a long ass sentence, but essentially I'm saying that I'm going to review my content. I'm going to, on the first of the month, I'm going to decide what type of content I'm going to make that month, or at least that week. But most likely I want to do it that month, like the entire month, figure out, okay, what videos I can make for like the second through the like the 8th, then the 8th through the 15th, and the 15th through the 20 first, like stuff like that, like bow 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 bow. And then on the last day of the month I'm going to review, well, on the first of the month I'm going to ideate, then I'm going to review last month's progress, right? Then on the last month I'm going to review that month's progress. Like, you know, if I thought that this video, that video, like video A, video B, were going to make or gross like at least 1,200 views and they got like only 700, I'm gonna figure out why. Did I not hit my audience? Did I not was my script not catchy enough, or the first 30 minutes, not first 30 minutes, first 30 seconds, did I not engage enough? Like I need to start looking at that stuff because I think that's important. I honestly think, like, I'm not gonna freaking like brag or anything. Like I'm not going to brag, I promise you. But like honestly, I think that's the reason why, like, where is it, bro? This video's popping off right now, my independent VTubers like freaking video. Cause like I put so much effort into the first 30 seconds as well as like the content itself. And that's why like literally I'll freaking, like, I don't even care. I'll show you guys the stats, bro. You guys are my homies for real. You guys are go for real. Bro, like the freaking like look at this, 104 hours of watch time from one video, 13 subscribers. Like this is my best performing video of the day. And frankly, this followed the momentum of my other video on Ethereum. And like even the reach is more impressive, 2.5 CTR, 58 82 browser features. And this was at 95 browse features, means that this video was popping off. Yes. Make a video of you staring at a brick wall for 6 hours in silence. Honestly, I might just do that. Honestly, I might just do that. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I was really glad that this video did good. I did and wait, I posted this video on Reddit, but I don't see any. I forgot where show your reach. Oh crap. I well, I thought it showed like specific I thought it showed specific places where you got reach. But I did post on Reddit. I don't think it got many views on Reddit though. Well, the video didn't, but I think even if you post it and it doesn't get views, the fact of the matter is that as soon as you post a new video, you could potentially get people to watch it for the fullness of it. Yeah, 91.9 browser features. That's crazy. And of course it's dropping off. The momentum is dropping off. Wait, that's the last 48 hours. Yeah, the momentum is dropping off because it has hit its stride. I mean, Like I can't. I honestly like 104 watch hours is freaking crazy, and this is evergreen content. Like I'll keep making like stuff off of it, but that's why like I am going to get better at making freaking content because I just really enjoy it. I just really enjoy looking at these numbers and figuring out different things like what do people want, what do people like as the first 30 second. Like I really don't like. I guess this is okay. I guess like for the first 30 seconds, but I kind of get into it, and that's why I think that's a little like bloop right there, like that. What the frick? I can't move. But like that little bloop right there, like that's because people are like they were intrigued with like guess like the first few seconds, but as soon as I hit the Fillion example, which if you go right here, it's literally that part where I go into Fillion, then they start like watching for real. But I'm gonna have to figure out like what I can do to retain viewership with like scripted videos, like well not like scripted, well the only scripted parts were the where I was talking about people. But even then, those were like bullet points, bro. Everything else was not scripted. But yeah, I went on a tangent, bro. This was my freaking
If you're writing down on your phone, I want you to write these down physically, okay?
Oh yeah, I was one of the people that wrote it down on my phone, and that was like, oh no, I need to write this down. I literally got a paper. Look here. Oh crap, that was. Wait, could you actually hear that? Wait. You can't. Oh wait, maybe you can hear. Yeah, you can hear. Like I have a like an actual paper for real. I wrote down a bunch of stuff. I wrote down a bunch of notes. That man is so knowledgeable for real. He is so freaking knowledgeable. Okay, wait, hold on.
This, I have it. I didn't bring it with me. Actually,
Okay.
I forgot to bring it. Usually about when I go live.
Uh.
My day off. Okay. I went to bed when I was universe. Okay. And I want to see your goals. I'll reply to all of them. That's part of your homework today.
Things about to talk about schedules for real.
Discipline, okay, is what will help you be a successful whatever you want to be in the future, and goals can help you be accountable.
True.
Okay, make the goals achievable, but also something that you're shooting for. Next up, we're going to talk about schedule. All right, this is important.
Oh crap! I probably had the hardest time with creating a schedule. But the only reason I had a hard time creating my schedule is because my job has spontaneous like has a bit of is a bit spontaneous with its time assignments, and I can't have an exact time. Well, I can maybe tell them that hey, like for instance for streams, I wanted to do streams on Monday and Friday every week, and then I wanted to like work out. Well, I did this back at home. I wanted to work out at 9, and so I was probably going to tell them, okay, Monday through Thursday. Dang. Monday through Friday. I don't want to work cuz like sometimes they just give you way too many hours. Like they want people to work. I work at the like dining services at my college, and they give you tons of work. They give you tons of food too. It's great, but it's just way too many hours. I can't create a set schedule.
Full-time streaming, I did what probably a lot of you maybe do right now. I went live when I woke up. I went to bed when I was tired. I
yes.
woke up whenever I woke up.
Preach, yes.
I sort of did that on repeat, but you probably have recognized, maybe some of you who have started full-time streaming from a regular job.
That's not me.
It helps make sure you wake up at similar times, get similar sunlight, you eat correctly, you're working out correctly.
I mean, yeah, honestly, like that's kind of the reason I wanted to create a schedule, and like just in general, just for the betterment of my lifestyle. Because honestly, while I was back home, I literally would, okay, I had this one thing. Okay, one schedule that I did keep up with was my schedule for working out, which was 9 a.m., 9 p.m., which was, okay, I'm gonna work out at 9 a.m., but if for whatever reason I don't feel like going to the gym, then I'm definitely going at 9 p.m. That was like the only thing that I kept up with. Everything else, like eating habits, classwork. I did class like work. Like sometimes I did it on the day that was due. Sometimes I did it like as soon as they put it out. Like I really didn't have a set time for that. Even for like I say, eating as well. I kind of just ate when I got hungry. But But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to change that now. But like I just said, like the way that my um my job gives me hours, I don't really know if I can set a schedule. I'm gonna have to talk with them about that.
And I don't think people think
I'm gonna
enough
have to
about
talk with
streamer
them
schedules
about
and
that.
just think about when can I spark? How long can I be live? And I think a
Yes.
lot of you right now, who's doing 24/7 here?
Yes, I'm doing a 24-hour stream. It's me. I'm doing it.
Look, it's Streamer U. It's a rare event. You're capitalizing on it. Okay? But let's get a good schedule when we get back. I'm going to tell you this is my ideal schedule. Is what I try to do day to day, at least when I go live. I wake up 9:30.
Oops.
The first thing I do, first 4 hours of my day, it's meetings. I do some podcasts. I eat right. I do like at least 5K steps. It's just starting my day off. Okay. Next up, 1 p.m. This is probably one of the most important parts of my day. It's me time. I'm looking at people's streams. I'm ideating what I'm going to do.
Oh crap, that's what I started doing. Oh my god. You know, honestly, even though I'm a VTuber, I don't watch and don't blame me, don't blame me. I don't watch other VTubers. I really don't like. It's not that I don't like VTubers or that I don't like VTuber content. It's just that most of like I don't mean to be mean, but most of these guys just like kind of do the same thing. Most of these guys kind of do the same thing. They either like play like some type of cozy game or play like some type of like online MMO, and then like you'll probably come in and they're just like really like into the game, or maybe they're making a joke. But other than that, it's either a cozy game with a jokester, or it's like a singing or karaoke stream. I'm just like, bro, like I'm not really into games other than League or like chess or like Age of Empires. And even though I could maybe find streamers that play those games, I'm not really into like watching someone else play when I could play it myself. Unless that player is really good, but most of these guys are like kind of like average, you know. And then even then for like the karaoke stream, sure, I'm not really into covers though. I'm into like rapping. And frankly, I just don't think that I'm like really into like watching VTubers like to enjoy them. But I have been studying their content. Like I've literally, oh my god, like I literally added like a bunch of what the freak. Okay, I did not press all. What the freak? But I literally added like a bunch of different streamers. Oh crap. I literally added like a bunch of different streamers to my list of people that I wanted to research. And I'm just watching their content now. I'm just like watching their content, looking at the types of videos that they make. I'm trying to figure out how do they present to their core audience, like stuff like that. Oh crap, it went back. Whoops. But yeah, that's one thing that I would say for VTubers. If you don't watch like VTubers outside of your niche, because literally I think I got the idea for my newest video, the one that's like my top performing video, 2.4K. I got it from watching this one guy. I forgot his name. He like does like drama like VTuber stuff. Um I forgot his name. I wish I could give him credit. I watched his content and I was like, wow, like I'm not really interested in learning about drama, but I thought but other people are interested in learning about drama. So how can I intrigue myself and also try and dip into this broad pool? Cause he had like over like he had over like 2 point something million subscribers. So like, okay, well, people obviously like this drama VTuber stuff. So how can I put a spin on it? How can I make it me? I didn't want to like cover drama with VTubers. I'm not really interested in drama. I really don't care. And plus, like, I don't have time for caring about drama. So I was like, how can I make that? How can I spin on it? I thought, okay, well, I'm really interested in like intriguing my audience. I want my core audience to be people that are like open-minded or whatever, that want to have like thought-provoking content. So I was like, okay, well, what if I talk about the drama, but I put it in the perspective of someone like that's like an indie VTuber. And I think that was a bit better for my content overall, and that's why I really have fun with it, like making the tier list, putting people in different tiers, like giving my perspective. Even some people in the comments, so people were messaging me based on like what they thought they should have been put in or whatever. And I think that's the type of content I want to make. And that all literally came from just watching the VTubers. So if you don't watch VTubers, or even if you aren't interested, like for instance, if you make ASMR, but you want to learn, I don't even know, like a good example, I think that like when most, it's so saturated, most of the content like ASMR, gaming, like even like cooking, even like cooking, like all that other stuff is so saturated. We're gonna get into what I think about the VTubing industry in a bit after this, but I just wanted to say that like it's so saturated now that most of the content looks the same, and unless you have an audience or unless you get a boost from like someone else that's in your niche or in your, I guess like uh whatever that you do, that your content won't really fly. So that's why I had to like pivot a bit, and it worked out. It worked out good. Like I literally clocked the amount of subs I have by 170%. So I mean, but of course, that's like I'm not satisfied with that. Because I I was surprised when I was surprised when it hit 1K views in like freaking like less than a day. I was like, what the freak? And I was like, okay, well, obviously my last video hit 1K, so it's probably gonna stop here. But then it just kept going up, and then it slowed down. I was like, dang, I guess that's it. Okay, well, and then I wanted to focus. I guess I didn't think. No, I thought that it wasn't a good idea, and I was like, okay, well, I guess we gotta guess I gotta figure out something else. And then it just exploded. Like the freaking line just like went up. And I got a lot of new subs from the shorts are important too. Even though you're a VTuber, I don't see, it's weird though. I look at I was doing my research right on different VTubers. Most of the big VTubers, they really don't do shorts. And I think that's the reason why a lot of VTubers um like, well, I'm not going to include myself in this, but a lot of YouTubers are getting more momentum in this day and age because of shorts. Even if you don't make shorts from your content, I think like fishing for like views through different through like high CTR content is decent. However, I think you should also try and make, like for instance, for me, I make like a relatable content. I like make funny videos. I don't do just like, because I think like a lot of people like kind of scroll past gaming, funny gaming modes, whatever, unless it has an interesting visual or it has a hook in the first 3 seconds. For videos, I've learned for videos, you got to hook them in the first 30 seconds. For shorts, it's first 3 seconds. I think that's most important. Wow. What the freak? Oh yeah, moved. It moved. Oh dang.
I do first 4 hours of my day. It's meetings. I do some podcasts. I eat right.
I was watching my favorite sport, but I'd rather watch your stream.
It's just starting my day off. Okay.
Thank you.
Next up, 1 p.m. This is probably one of the most important parts of my day. It's me time. I'm looking at people's streams. I'm ideating what I'm going to do on stream that day.
Yes.
That's it. I got nothing else.
Now I did. Now okay. Now when it comes to that, I did not make like a routine of that. I probably should though. I mean, with my like goal, I said that I like look. Well, I don't know. Maybe I need to watch more streams. I just don't know, bro. It just looks all the same to me. It just looks all the same. But no, I need to force myself. Like I said, I subscribe to a bunch of like different VTubers because I wanted to just go through their stuff. I kind of understand that even though, like for instance, there was this one person, Lucy Pyre, I think. Yeah, Lucy Pyre. I was looking at some of her stuff. I don't know if they have other pronouns, my bad. But yeah, I was looking at some of her stuff. What the freak? And I was like, okay. I was trying to figure out, that's also what I do when I look at other people's streams, especially VTubers. I try and figure out who is their core audience, who are they trying to appeal to with these videos. I look at their thumbnails and I look at their titles, and then I watch the first 30 seconds of the video, then go to the middle. And even from these thumbnails here, obviously, like, do you like what is this? No. Well, obviously, I drink like piss, like not loot. Like obviously, she's trying to create this provocative, eluding content, right? That's targeting obviously males, like obviously male VTuber. Like sure, she probably has females, but obviously males. And of course, with with the provocative content, there's also a few nuggets of like she talks about Final Fantasy a lot and like other MMORPGs. I think, but of course, I think like this is the best one, right? Wait, no. Yeah, like yeah, Final Fantasy SV and Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy one. Even though I was watching it, I enjoyed like you even see here like I only watched a bit of it. I enjoyed the way that she was like using gifs and like the way she was editing her editing style. It was very engaging. However, the content just didn't resonate with me. I don't like Final Fantasy. I don't like it. I really don't. I really don't. But I learned then that was like, okay, well, you can still engage someone with the content. I think the reason why the content is so with me is because like, and that's one thing I learned also is that even if you make content that doesn't appeal to someone, I think that if you kind of engage them in the conversation rather than talk to them, if you talk with them, then I think that you can get them involved. I think that's another reason why my prior video, my most recent video did good was because I decided to like not even like even the video before that when the one I talked about Irium, I was talking to my audience about like Irium and just like in answering questions. But with this one, I decided to talk with them. Like, why do you think that is? Or I left like most of my like questions or comments open ended, so for them to make their own inferences. And that's one thing I kind of learned for watching their content. Not saying that their content is like is missing something, because obviously they've been in the game for freaking since 2021, bro. Like they have the numbers and stuff like back up. They're an amazing creator. But that's just something I learned from watching people, you know. So even if like someone is, and this person definitely isn't in my niche. Like I do not want to, get like make a bunch of provocative content. Like that, or don't want to talk about Final Fantasy, but I still learn something from watching this stuff. So that's something important that VTubers or any content creators should probably do. That's one thing I learned from him.
Play. It's eat, ideate. I watch Twitch, that's it. 4 p.m. usually about when I go live. I don't go live for more than 4 to 6 hours. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Oh God, 4 to 6 hours.
I think a good amount of time for you guys to go live for. But I'll do whatever segments I had come up with in my ideation process. And then
yes.
Decompress, hang out with my fiance, eat dinner, chill, and then I try to hit a similar bedtime every day.
Dang, I don't know if he talks about segments. I don't know if he talks about segments again. I think he does. I think segments, I don't know. So I'll talk about it right now. I think segments are very important when it comes to like any content creator. Well, for me rather, because I definitely understand now that like the reason why I wasn't really interested in streaming was because I didn't have like necessarily a point to streaming. Like I didn't have an ideas what I wanted to do. I thought, oh, I don't really have any games I really want to play on stream, because most of the games I play were like were kind of like dark horror that wouldn't be allowed on stream anyway. Or it was kind of like I'm kind of just like sitting here. Sure, I can make jokes and like keep like people involved, but I really felt like what am I really doing? What am I really doing? And that's why I think that segments are the best one, because hey, if you plan out different things in your stream, like for instance, if you plan out a certain story, like okay, so for segments, I don't know if he talks about this. I think I remember what he said. I think it's like in day 2. I think it is in day 2. I think. Yeah, he talks about it in the content funnel, I think. Yeah, he does. Okay, well, I'll just like, so for like, so when it comes to segments, I think the way he put it, and of course we'll watch him, you should try and format your live streams to where you're trying to make content like long form and shorts out of them. Your live stream should not just be a VOD at the end of the day. It should be something where you can take nuggets or complete gold mines out of your VOD so that it can make you dividends. Like it shouldn't just be a VOD just like this is sitting on the shelf or sitting on the shelf, right? That VOD should become like at least 1 to 2 videos, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 shorts. So you can make like compound interest on your content, because not everyone would go into a VOD. Like I think shorts, what I think it was estimated that people watch shorts I think they have like over like 2 billion people. Not no wait, no. I think it was 1 billion. Yeah, 1 billion views per day on shorts alone. Like just in the shorts category alone, they have 1 billion views. That means you have the chance to, well, you know, to at least get a few thousands. Like even my shorts, I post something, usually sits in the thousands because obviously I haven't found out what makes the 10,000 category. But I mean, like shorts are good as well. But even with live streams, like I was saying, like with segments, definitely I definitely started using my time more wisely when it comes to content creation, setting specific times where I bring up different stories to transition into like a game or maybe a topic or something else. Then like making a timestamp on it, so when I edit later, I can just be like, okay, well I talk about this at this time, I talk about that at that time, I talked about this certain subject, let me make that into a video. Oh, I talked about that for like 8-10 minutes, that's another video. It's so easy. It's like, well, it's not easy, but it kind of streamlines it to make your content easier, because now rather than you having to like stream, and that's why I think a lot of like people get like a bit stagnant in their content creation, because they have to think, oh, I have to freaking stream like 2-3 times this week on this game, then I have to create like 2-3 videos on why I thought this certain aspect of my favorite game is interesting, and then I have to create like 4 or 5 shorts and look them over my VOD, or maybe even like just like 4 or 5 fresh shorts or something. Like that's so much work. Like just imagine you get all your stuff from that one VOD. I plan to stream 2 times a week, and everything from that week will either be a video and or a short. And that's the way I think that, and honestly, of course, I'm going to spend like a whole month this month honestly doing it and just like seeing like how well it works for me. Though granted, I'm not a streamer and nor do I think I'll really stream that much. Like I said, I'll only be streaming 2 times a week, but I think it's still better than the alternative.
It's gonna be another homework assignment for y'all. This one you guys don't need to show to me, but I want you to create an ideal schedule for yourselves for when you guys get back from Streamer U. What is the life you want to lead? Okay, write it down for yourself.
That one I did not do. Even though I did the goals, I did not do that one.
Make your life really easy.
I did not do that one.
The script that you give yourself. Another important thing, take days off. I think a lot of you guys don't want to take days off. I think a lot of you guys feel this pull to keep going. You are human. You are fallible. Give yourself the best opportunity to succeed in 5 years. People underestimate what they can do in 5 years. They overestimate what they can do in 1 year, okay?
Yeah, talk to them.
So if you give yourself a little rest,
oh crap,
you'll be a lot more successful in the long term. Are you trying to be a streamer?
I put up my I made my mic go up.
Content creation, or are you trying to do it? I'm on year 8. Okay? And you never see a tweet out of me going, oh man.
No, that's so real though, because I mean, like I said before, I was making shorts like for 3 months straight. I was making 7 shorts a week, which was 7 shorts for 7 days out of the week. And it was so time consuming. Like honestly, it was so freaking, I mean, like I had fun and it was easy. Well, it was easy for me because I got into this editing pattern, and once you have specific sounds that you use, specific music, then you can kind of just like, it's kind of like streamlined. Like it's like making a car in a factory. You have the wheels, and you have the engine, then you have the doors, like you make the interior, the exterior, like all that stuff. And that was it. Like I knew what type of content I wanted to make. I knew like how I wanted to format it. I just like auto captions made things a lot easier. Like it was so much easier. However, at the same time, it was a bit taxing, because some weeks I didn't feel like doing it, and then I recorded like 7 different shorts, like raw footage, but I was a bit lazy in like actually editing it because I frankly didn't feel like it sometimes. And that's definitely just a lesson for me and for like anyone else, that when you're making content, you definitely have to take time off. Like it's ambitious to like make content for like make like a video every single week for like for like a whole month or something. But in reality, things come up. You don't want to burn out. And on top of that, like the moments where I've had some of the best ideas where I like literally was just sitting around and like reading or sitting and watching a movie. Even for my book, even for my books or my web novels, I've had some of the best ideas or like aha moments when I was like watching something. So you definitely need to take a break. I need my water.
I'm so fucking tired doing this because I take time off. I go to Dodgers games, I hang out with my fiance, I do whatever. But I think time off is important. That
True.
actually matters. It will help you in the long run. It will also help you be a more well-rounded individual.
Yes,
People who stream every day, they become rotted individuals.
they
Right? I
do.
think experiencing life makes you a better streamer, makes you a more well-rounded person.
Yes.
This also matters. Do we have a question on that?
Did you start taking days off once you made it big?
It's cold in my room. My hands are so cold. I need to turn up my. Oh, I turned it to 70 because it was hot. I need to find like a. Bro, I'm so. I need to find like a decent temperature, bro, for my freaking. Do you guys know like a decent temperature to keep your house at? Like if it's not too cold and not too hot. Like I go to 70. No, I'll go to like 75, right? And it's like super, and it's like, okay, I'm really chill, I'm really warm. And then it just gets too hot. I'm like, okay, I'm about to turn up to like the 70, like 73, 72, you know what I'm saying? That's still too hot. And then I get to 70, I'm like, okay, I'm finally cooling off. But then it gets too cold. So I'm just like, bro, I need to find like a, I don't know, maybe I'll try like 70, 74. I said, no way. No, honestly, I go down, I go lower. I think I do 77. Maybe I look up, what's like the average, like 70, 77? What was it, like 70, 73, 72? Maybe I'd like keep my thermostat to like a certain, like I just like press the buttons up, down, up, down, up, down. Like I just randomize it. And I just like, and then I just like act like then I won't even know what it's on. So if it's too hot, it's too cold, I'll just like go down one. And by the end of the week, when I finally don't realize if it's too hot or too cold, then I'll be like, okay, that's it. That sounds so random though. That sounds so sporadic. What the freak?
Really exciting to ride that wave.
I just like go down a random number each every day.
To keep it going. It's like what you guys are doing currently with Streamer University. I gotta go live every day. Okay, that's fine. I think it's okay for short periods of time to do that.
Yes.
But make it a short period of time. Recognize, hey, I'm catching this wave. I'm gonna take some time for myself after. All right, to catch up on the life that I haven't been leading because I've been so focused on work.
I wonder if
It's
any.
easy for streamers to fall in the trap. You know the trope of like the working husband barely knows his wife, barely knows his kids, works every day. Streamers do that to themselves all the time. So many streamers have amazing relationships online, offline. They barely talk to the people they stream with.
Oh yes.
They give everything to their creation.
Oh yeah.
And then they're a husk of themselves. In 10 years, you will not be hearing about them. I promise you that.
On Jehovah, you won't.
All right. Who's your GOAT? There's another homework assignment.
Ah, crap.
I need you guys to be writing down who your streaming GOATs are.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This one kind of like clocked me for like a whole like hour because, like I said before, I do not watch VTubers, right? I do not watch VTubers. So I didn't have any GOATs that were like VTubers, but I did have GOATs that like streamed in general. And one of my streaming goes is like Tyler One. He is so freaking funny to me. I don't know. He's like so freaking funny, so freaking hilarious. And he plays League of Legends. But mostly it's like his mannerisms when it comes to like different things in game. He's just like so comical. And then he's like a nice guy IRL too. So he's definitely my GOAT. I haven't really, when it comes to the entertainment industry, I don't really like view, which of course I'm going to change most definitely. But I don't really watch a lot of people, mainly because I used to be big into streamers back in like high school and then early college. But since then, like ever since I became a content creator, I always thought that I shouldn't watch streamers too much. Because I might like end up copying them or something. And that's the reason I've been kind of like taking off time from watching people a bunch. I didn't want to like take their ideas or whatever. But I think if you become cognizant of what you're doing, you know, I think you probably won't take their mannerisms. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know.
Now for this specifically, all right, it is important for you to study what you are passionate about. Okay?
Yes.
You cannot be a streamer if you do not watch streams. It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
You're just
I
not,
learned that.
you don't actually care about the medium. Maybe you just like the idea of being big and successful. Maybe you like the idea of being rich. You'll just never be successful if those are your reasons. You have to truly love streaming to be a big streamer. All right?
Yes.
So what does it mean when I say who's your GOAT? I need you to find streamers in the niche you are in. Okay? If you are doing sports, don't put down, Jeffree Star as your GOAT or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like that's one thing that also clocked me too. I was trying to figure out what the freak is my niche. Cause I don't really have like a lot of videos, right? But at the same time, I was trying to figure out, cause okay, yes, I make ASMR, and yes, I make like rap music. The only person for rap that I could like get, that I could kind of like survey is Maury Calliope. I'm sure there's other rappers. I'm sure there's other rapping VTubers. She was just kind of the one that kind of like made a huge blip on my radar due to her huge success. I'm gonna talk about all that like I'm gonna talk about that later. But the fact I didn't know that like I don't know if she's the first VTuber, but I think she is one of the only VTubers, if not the only VTuber that had a single that topped on the Billboard US 100. I didn't even know that. I had no idea that even came to fruition. But of course, like like I said, I don't really keep up with VTubers. So I wouldn't know anyway.
Try to make it somebody who's in the same sphere as you. All right. So for example, look, everyone knows Anthony Edwards. All right. Anthony Edwards often says he's inspired by KD. KD, talk to him in an interview. He says he's inspired by Kobe. Kobe obviously inspired by Michael Jordan. Most of you probably don't know who David Thompson is.
No.
Okay, that's the
Who the frick is David Thompson?
To be the player he is. We stand on the shoulders of giants. Respect these giants. Study your GOATs. I'm gonna give you a few examples of people who I like right now. And so when I ask you to write down these GOATs for this homework assignment, I want you to write down 3 people and why. What about the content do you find so alluring? So I'm gonna give you examples so you can do this.
I don't even think that like even now that I'm thinking about it though, I don't think all your GOATs, they don't have to be VTubers. They definitely can. I think even if you watch people that aren't VTubers, the fact of the matter is that most people, well, most of your peers in the space, we've kind of been, I talked about this actually the brutal truth with VTubing in 2026 video, where we are sort of manipulated to like work a specific way in this industry based on what's worked before. Like for instance, the whole creating like freaking like I don't know, like the provocative like tweets and provocative stuff on Reddit, like posting that stuff. The freaking like the gaming for like 6+ hour gaming streams, etc. Like that, like I think those worked for like the VTubers of the past, mainly because they had the numbers to start off. We're like copying corporate VTubers, but the thing with copying corporate VTubers is that they don't necessarily have to try because they've already been given their fan base and subscribers, and essentially their like momentum has peaked due to the fact they belong to an agency and other people are willing to follow them based on the agency status. But as an indie VTuber, we've kind of been like, oh well, we see those VTubers doing it, and possibly even we're seeing like medium to high level VTubers, like top tier VTubers, maybe people in like the 100K 70K section. We're like, oh, they also copy them, but they've been doing it for a while, so maybe they just get stagnant with their content. They just decide to copy corporate VTubers. But for like the low mid tier, like people that are below like I guess like 5,000 or 10,000 subs, like I look at it, I don't see the same numbers, and it's just interesting to me. And that's why I made that video, because I just wanted to like, I didn't like necessarily say everything that I studied. I wish I would have gave more statistics. I might make another video about it, but it was something that was interesting to me. And that's why I was talking about why I think that that when it comes to VTubing, you should definitely take a different perspective. Because as I was saying like before, you can have a bunch of ghosts that are VTubers, but I don't like most of your favorite VTubers probably do the same exact thing. Like for instance, well, I mean, you can like funny, you know, VTubers that crack a lot of jokes, or maybe VTubers that have like similar hobbies. But if you don't broaden your horizons, even to like people that are kind of like, because honestly, I think that like most VTubers kind of like take like the same likeness. Like for instance, they have like certain laughs or certain mannerisms, freaking like Bow Wow and all that stuff. And like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's cute, I guess. But I mean, like, I think they should try and watch a few like IRL or flesh tubers just to see how they do things in their streams, because you could definitely learn a thing or two. Because hey, this isn't a VTuber teaching us this, but he's definitely giving us interesting
Content funnel.
information.
We'll talk about the content funnel a bit later.
Yes, content
Okay.
funnel.
RDC, they're probably kings of authenticity in streaming. I
Yes.
think authenticity is what audiences really enjoy, right? Especially because there's such like a Mr. Beastification, you know, of like big grand events or whatever. People like authenticity. A
Yes.
friend group who are actual real life friends. Can't get much better than that.
I think
And then KDB, she's funnier than I'll ever be. So honestly, I'll watch funny people to hopefully.
okay, let me see, because I think do this right now. Wait. I think
Asking whether Twitch was luck or skill. I went live on a secret channel, and I waited to see how
Yeah, I
long
remember
it would
that.
take me to get viewership. Okay, usually when I go live, I get 10 to 20,000 viewers. I was live for 4 hours. I didn't get a single viewer. I
Yeah.
didn't even get a bot.
Yeah.
I was fucked up.
Talk to him.
If you were to go live on Kai Sinat's channel and Kai were to go live on your channel, you would have more viewers on his channel than he would on yours. That's just how the platform with Twitch works. It is dog shit.
And that's mainly why I wanted to make a video on like comparing. I love data. If you don't know this about me, I plan to graduate. I want to become a data analyst, and I find data so intriguing. I looked at the data between Twitch and YouTube when it comes to like VTubers. I was like so like stunned as like the growth potential on both. I forgot the statistics. I really, gosh darn it. But essentially, the reason why a lot of Twitch, like, did you know he actually says this? I think is in day 2. He said that if you have more than 20 viewers on Twitch, you're in the top 1%. Like, can you imagine that? 20 viewers, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people, but I mean, if you think about it, there's so many people that like stream specific, like for instance, like let's think like a huge MOBA like League of Legends or Valorant or like Arc Raiders. They're like tens of thousands like of people streaming the exact same game, and the it's like there's like what, hundreds of people with like one viewer, because they don't really, because there's no like discoverability on Twitch. Like Twitch would not show you a person with one viewer. They'll probably, they actually though they probably won't, they literally won't. I streamed on Twitch, bro, and like for like okay, for I didn't really like do much. I just like kind of stream for fun with my friends, which is okay. If you stream for fun, then like you don't really need to like follow any advice. But I literally like couldn't get any viewers. I got like maybe, I think I peaked at like 10, but that was from like raids from my friends. And at that point in time, I was like, dang, bro, like what type of content can I create? And that's why I started this YouTube channel, because I kind of came, I think I don't know, no, it wasn't him. I looked up this article, and it's called, it was something that talked about the content funnel. He's going to talk about it soon. We're going to get to that. That's day 2, where essentially I'm kind of going to spoil it, but screw it. So like you should, like, shorts have the highest discoverability. Like I said before, on YouTube alone, there is about 1 billion views on shorts on this platform. A lot of people like shorts. A lot of people like that instant dopamine, that instant bit of knowledge, that haha funny moment that lasts like 30 seconds to a minute. They love it. Next is videos. Like that's the first content funnel. The most discoverability you have is shorts. If you aren't making shorts, which I'm seeing, like I'm like looking at like a bunch of channels, especially bigger channels, they don't have to make shorts because they're, you know, they're kind of like at the peak of their game, where they're kind of like I guess they're not, maybe they're at the peak, or maybe they're like kind of just like at a place where they feel comfortable. They don't have to like get people to like watch, like to get people to view their content. But for newer streamers, especially VTubers, I think making shorts is so important. I don't know if I realized this, but I think that's the reason why. I think I just wanted to improve my editing skills, but that's the reason why I was just starting on Ethereum. I decided to start making like Ethereum shorts when I just got into Ethereum. And that, like, my first short, even I looked back, my first short hit 1K views. I was really excited because I was like, wow, like people actually like watch my short. I think that's why compared to a lot of my other Ethereum people that started like before or not even before. Yeah, honestly, some of them before and like near the amount of time that I hit that I was on Ethereum, essentially started like before or around the time I started, they didn't see a lot of growth on other platforms because Ethereum is kind of like close. Like that's this for anyone that's interested in Ethereum anyway. But like Ethereum isn't really a place where you can grow from because the only people that watch you on the people that will watch you on Ethereum will only stay on Ethereum. They have no reason to watch you on Twitch or YouTube because unless you like say, oh, I'm streaming on Twitch or YouTube. But I mean, that's like it's like a really big commitment for someone to want to watch you in like two different places unless you're like either really entertaining or you have something that they're like that really intrigues your viewer. They would not follow you. Except but YouTube is an exception since like I said before, shorts, high discoverability, feed straight into videos. If someone watches, and this is the YouTube recommendation system, if you watch like a huge amount of shorts, I've even seen it myself, watch someone's shorts a lot, they will recommend you that channel's video, long form video. And once you watch the long form video, then you decide to subscribe saying, hey, I want to watch more of their stuff. Then you actually like get into their freaking you watch a VOD of them because you're intrigued into what they're saying. Not intrigued to what they're saying, but you're like you want to try and see them live, have some live interactions with them. You want to like speak to them. You want to know what they're like, what's going on in their day to day, because you can only experience so much stuff in a video. Like a video is kind of like streamlined as to what exactly your like what the content of the day is. Like for instance, in my brutal truth of a VTubing video or my Ethereum like content, like Ethereum Q&A video, I won't just go off on a tangent and just talk about how I almost like crap my pants after eating like 16 burritos. Like it doesn't make any sense. But of course I could do that in a live stream because I'm just hanging out with you guys. I think like live streams are like a hangout session for people that are interested in your content that originally found you through a shorts. That's like the content funnel, but he explains it like a lot better than I do.
In that sense, yeah.
So,
what do you think of like YouTube Live's discoverability?
oh yeah,
We're having a whole class on YouTube. I think tomorrow.
yeah, he did.
YouTube Live's discoverability is worse.
Not good.
Than
Not
it
good.
could be, because YouTube gets a lot more money from people watching videos than from live streams. So they do not.
I will say though, he is definitely correct. I will say that I think, well, this doesn't help it at all, but even for like this live stream, when you start a new live stream on YouTube, you can select dual stream. And if you aren't doing that, you're definitely missing out. Mostly people, just like I talked about 1 billion views on shorts on YouTube, the dual stream actually allows your stream that people would normally be able to watch on their phone or stuff. They'd have to click on it, right? They have to see the thumbnail or see the stream, to click on it. But dual stream makes it so you probably witnessed this if you ever saw like some random like freaking like game stream or some random like ASMR stream pop up. That's because they decided to click dual stream, and dual stream allows your stream to be placed on mobile swipes, or like the swipes for freaking for shorts, as well as on the website, on like the web-based app. So I mean, I don't think that really helps much, but I guess it depends on your content.
They do
I guess it depends on your content.
but not nearly to the extent that somebody like TikTok does, where you
Right.
live stream, you're like, why do they keep fucking pushing me live streams? And then you accidentally click, and then you're in the live stream hell, and then you have to close out. Like a platform like TikTok's a lot better at pushing live streams than YouTube.
Right.
YouTube doesn't really do it because it doesn't pay them the big bucks.
Right.
They're scared to fuck with the moneymaker, which is VODs.
Right.
All right. So, Question for y'all. How many hours should you stream a day? Go.
8 to 12.
All right, love it. What you got?
Wait, a day?
How many hours you stream a day?
Personally, or are you saying?
How many hours should you stream?
I think 2 to 4.
Okay, who else?
I don't even have an answer for this. Honestly, the most I stream was like
Anyone else?
the most I stream was like 2 to 4.
I would agree with 4 as well.
4 to 6? All right, I like that. I think you guys are in the money spot. 8 to 12 is way too long. You are wasting
Yeah,
time.
I'm not doing 8
This
hours.
is about efficiency of time, okay? You can stream 12 hours, you'll make more money.
Yeah,
Get more subs, you get more followers, whatever.
right,
But the efficiency of your time just isn't there. Because
right.
Twitch is not going to help you grow as a creator. You are basically cashing in on the audience you currently have. This is a 6-hour stream of mine. All right, this is from June 11th. This is one of my best streams ever. I'm going to ask you guys right now. This is a little bit of a trick question. Why is this one of my best streams ever?
Wait a second. Wait, I talked about this earlier. Wait, this is kind of like a bit off topic because you just like finished talking about it. But like, I talked about segments earlier, and that's why like if you stream a game for like 6 to 8 hours, you really aren't getting anything from that stream. Like that's like if you're streaming for fun, like you know, I think it's a tad bit different. But if you're streaming like to like get momentum for your channel or like boost your viewership, whatever, you definitely can't be streaming for like 6 to 8, 4 hours and then looking at your like VOD or look at your channel like, why am I not getting views? Because you really aren't making like content that the only people that would be intrigued by that content are people that will want to watch you and that game, like two different attributes, you and that game. It's not just, you can't just stream like for instance, like, I don't know, like Dota 2. I don't know. I don't know who streams Dota 2, but Dota 2, and expect people to watch this because they like the game. They probably have, because there's people that play at a pro level, probably people more experienced than you, probably people that maybe are funnier. Well, you know, that's subjective. Probably people that are funnier, and you have to like, you're going to have to not only those are your competition, you have to deal with them, but on top of that, you're going to have to go against people that are kind of like in the middle ground, right? People that are not as popular as those people, but have a sizable foundation, 20, 40, 60, 80, like a few hundreds of viewers. And here you are sitting at one viewer, and especially on like YouTube or Twitch, that's the whole thing with YouTube and Twitch. You're fighting off all these different people playing this game, like even Minecraft, like playing Minecraft or whatever. And you're deciding, and you're trying to figure out why you're not getting viewership. That's why, because all these guys playing, like for instance, even Minecraft, hundreds of thousands of people, like hundreds of thousands of people watch one specific streamer playing Minecraft in these like subcategories. Then it trickles down to a few hundreds, then a few tens, then there's like a buttload of ones, buttload of one viewers, and there you are, and no one's going to scroll down to like the one viewer, like, oh, let me give them a chance. I don't know though. That's interesting though. I maybe they have a statistic on this, but what is the chance of someone like giving a viewer with less than 10 viewers like a chance? Well, I'm sure they have the statistics somewhere. Because like sometimes, like of course when I was streaming on Twitch, sometimes I'd get like the occasional 1 to 2 people, but at the same time, like it's like I used to stream for like 4 or 5 hours. Like I literally had nothing to do in high school. I literally had nothing to do.
You take a look at, I have all the metrics out for you. This is my
Nothing.
analytics, my Twitch analytics.
Because of the watch time?
Because of the watch time, okay, what you got?
I think you're just very consistent.
Consistency, all right.
I mean, your title says Game with Friends. Maybe it was a big collaborative event, so it drew a lot of viewers to your channel.
Okay. What you got?
I don't know, maybe you got some good clips or something.
I forgot what the answer to this was.
Okay, you are close. What you got?
You upped your average viewers?
Yeah, by 100. It's marginal. All right. Just real quick, by show of hands.
Bro, this isn't my stream, I
who
promise you.
self-describes himself as a clip farmer, aka who goes live, who can get a bunch of clips. You can throw them on Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
That's not
and
me.
They do very well, but maybe on stream you're used to getting like 100, 200.
Actually, I don't even know. I don't know. I think when I play games, I'm like, I can be funny, but as far as like garnering for clip, I'm not gonna just like go out there and try and like be like overly funny or try too hard. I think with like most clip farmers, they have to like at least they have to try. And something else he talked about, I don't know if it's this video or the next day, where he talked about how streamers that don't put themselves in the limelight, they make the most progress as a content creator, because they're like, they don't always have to react, like be what others react to. They should like sometimes give reactions, or maybe they should be part of a moment. They shouldn't be like the main, they shouldn't be the person that's always in the spotlight. They should give other people the spotlight so they can just be like in the moment with the viewer. I think that makes it more relatable anyway. I don't know when he talks about that.
A smaller number than the amount of user clips get. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Is anyone really thriving on clips, but it's not, you know?
But I'm pretty sure I'm not a clip farmer.
All right. What you guys are really good at is streaming for the clip. You probably, it's second nature. You probably have gone through a stream, hit the moment, knew, oh, that's the clip that I'll post later, and then gone through the rest of your
That's
stream.
the one.
I am old school. They did not have clips. Okay, they deadass didn't even have short form. So what I did is I streamed for the YouTube video. I would create a segment in my stream. The entire stream would be me recording the YouTube video live.
Right.
Okay. You know, for example,
That's not my stream, I promise you. That's theirs. That's theirs. That's not my video.
See what's inside. Very clear expectation of the context of what's going to be happening in the stream. Later on, I'll have an editor edit that. Think of your streams as recording sessions. That's all they are.
Yeah, like I was saying before, like I said, for VTubers, like I said, it is always, you can literally go on Twitch right now. On Twitch right now, like freaking, like Twitch, like literally Twitch. Oh my goodness, and freaking like search for like freaking what the freak, like browse freaking, I don't know. Let's look up category VTuber. Wait, I don't think that's how it works. How does it work? I forgot how it works. How do you look up, like, I think you have to, oh wait, no, you have to look up, oh crap. Okay, we're gonna have to, what's a VTuber? What, wait, we're, are there any VTubers on our front page? You have to like search, oh my god, what the freak was that? It shows like previews? Oh, what was that noise? Oh, they were showing like an ad or something. Anyways, let me see. I think Valorant, no, they don't have one. I need a VTuber, bro. Okay, there we go. Thank God. Okay, literally. What the freak? Oh God, they're all Japanese. Wait. Freaking like, okay, even for this one, bro, like you could look on, just look at each, even we can look at this first one. I don't know exactly. Oh, VR chat, technically the query 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every single one of them playing the game. They have the VTuber. Why do they have the VTuber type? They're not a VTuber. They don't have a VTuber. They're not a VTuber either. What the freak, bro? Okay, I didn't know. That's a crazy meta. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3 games. I'm not even gonna count those guys. I guess they're playing games too. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just chatting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. My point is that essentially when you go on places like Twitch, if you stream on Twitch, that's your main platform. That's good and all, but you have to understand that literally almost everyone on this platform is streaming a game. Like, and of course there's other things you can play, but everyone's streaming a game. And if you're like a streamer that doesn't have a lot of viewership in a certain, well, I guess if you don't have viewership in a genre or aspect that you want it to be, if you and all you do is just play like games all the time, you're like competing with these guys. And you have to create like, and your growth is going to be like, honestly, it's gonna take a while, because you're gonna have to somehow create content, which, you know, you'd have to do through like shorts or videos of why they should watch you rather than them. But they won't be able to watch you if you don't put yourself out there. And the only way you can put yourself out there is through like short and long form content. You can't just like live stream and expect people to watch you. I think that's what a lot of, I was talking to my friend and she just started streaming, and she literally had the same exact like question as like, you know, why people were watching her and how long did it take how long did it take for like for people to get noticed. I didn't really have an answer for her, but I did say that I kind of like just went down here and kind of like gave her an example, like, hey, all these guys are freaking like playing freaking video games, bro. Like you're gonna have to deal with all of them. And sure, like you'll eventually get up there, maybe get like the 5-10 viewers, but it's gonna take a while because quite literally, especially if you're like a female VTuber, like I like people like joke with male VTubers, but like female VTubers, like there's like a dime a dozen, bro. Like there's like a dime a dozen. Like
So what's the ideal amount of time to stream? I would say how many segments
for every like male
hours?
VTuber, like for every one male
Probably
VTuber,
not
that's
gonna
like
get
10.
8 to 12 hours of segments. I cap out at around 4. So why is this my best stream?
Oh yeah.
These are all the segments that I got out of it. Real quick, this is the revenue. This is gonna be for later. This is the revenue the stream made. It made 5,500.
Yes.
Okay, just keep that in mind. That's not a flex. Just keep that in mind. This is the content that I
Yeah,
got
this is what I was talking about.
Okay? So we had 3 VODs, just got 14K, you know, 178K, 140K. I got 3 edited videos, 320K, a million, 330K. I got a couple shorts at $500,000 and $1 million. Okay. All right. That's all from one stream.
Right.
1 6-hour.
Like that's what I was saying too. I think I was talking about this at the start. When it comes to content funnels, you should try and position yourself where each and every VOD is able to create content, is able to compound on the amount of interest that you receive through the algorithm. And for a place like, well, he's using Twitch, but I think for YouTube, you definitely can do the same. Even if you decide to stream on Twitch and post on YouTube, if you try and like intermingle through different apps, which he also talks about with his like when he like acts videos in his office hours. But when it comes to VODs, you should definitely try and like it's no different for VTubers either. But for VTubers, I think it's a bit harder because we're all so stuck in the oh, we have to play games, or oh, we have to play like cozy games or whatever, or a game, or we have to follow trends. Because oh my god, you probably seen this, right? Whenever a like huge freaking corporate VTuber plays a game, like for instance, like I don't know, when Repo comes back or whatever, it's probably because some freaking corporate streamer played it with all their gym mates, and now everyone thinks that it's all the hype. And I talked about this in my what video did I talk about this in? I think I talked about it in the Brutal Truth video, where I said like people like the corporals, the big people in the big leagues play it, then the high like 100K, like 70K to 100K people play it, then the 100K people intrigue, the 50 to like the 30 to 50, then it goes all the way down, then it goes down to you, and you're like the last on the train to play this game. But like people, like there's so many people above you. But with the content funnel system, you don't have to worry about that. Well, if you segment it, because he talked about segments. Actually, whoops, he talked about segments. I think he talks more about segments later, or unless he did already.
Okay. That's the 5,500. That's how much a stream made. If I streamed double, I might have made 7.
I don't know.
This is how much all that content made.
24K.
All that content made 25,000. That is separate from the stream's revenue, by the way.
Oh my god.
30 bands from one stream. 30 bands from one stream, 5/6 of which is from the stuff that comes out of the stream afterwards. This is called the content funnel. This is why being a streamer is so valuable. Because when you stream, you can turn that stream into a YouTube video. You can have a thriving VOD channel. You can get amazing clips that are driving people to different sites. Maybe you're long form, maybe you're short form, whatever.
Yes.
When it comes to like playing this, because I've tried.
Oh yeah, he asked a question.
I kind of wonder, do you ever like?
Banner, can you close the door on him?
Have you ever tried, or do you still like kind of make scripts in a way, like before, like say you have something that you want to really make sure that you talk about or you say? Have you ever like been like, okay, this is what for this segment I have some type of script for.
Are you talking about for long form?
Yeah, for the long form. Like when you're like, okay, I know I want to make sure that I talk about this in my long form.
So I think ultimately the question here is, do you have scripts for your segments? No, I just have rough segments that I know are going to happen. So this stream, I set up a Metro Chameleon lobby that I was going to do with some friends that I knew would hit because I knew the group was really good.
I don't I don't know. I think that's a hard question to answer though, because like you want to make your content seem genuine. So I think that's a hard question to answer. I think like you can create bullet points of what you want to say during these streams, like, but even from these streams, it seems like that's a chess video and that's like another game video. I don't know if you can necessarily make a video off of those, but I actually was talking to another friend. She's a pretty successful streamer, and she talked about how, because I originally wanted to like create all of my content. I wanted to be recorded content, right? And well, that was like while I was like still figuring out the content funnel, what I wanted to do. I was like, well, with VODs, not with VODs, but with like live streaming, if I'm just like taking different like cuts, like making videos or making freaking shorts out of that, why don't I just record it all in like one session or something? Why don't I just like record the entire session while I'm not live? And she said that she kind of learned through years of just being a live streamer that, well, authenticity, whenever you are streaming, you're kind of put on the spot, right? It's kind of like a first take whenever you say something or talk about something. And unless you're giving specific facts, like for instance, if you're giving a number or a quote or something, you'll probably want it like near you or on your screen if you talk about a certain subject. But other than that, you're kind of giving your first take and it seems more authentic. Like the way that you say certain things or the way that you talk or speak, like I think she said that it's just more genuine and it feels better. And I forgot she just said that it feels more authentic, and that's probably better for streams, because with scripts you're kind of just like talking like at the person and not really with them. It doesn't feel like a conversation. Dang, I totally, that's the best way I can put it. That's all I remember for the conversation, honestly.
It's like a big drama. It's a hot topic. A lot of people want to hear about it. And CoffeeZilla is like the investigative guy. And I've been doing this challenge called the God Gamer Gauntlet. And that one was a little more freeform, but it's a structured stream that I have set up that people are familiar with. And so I knew I was going to do all three of these concepts going in. Okay? And that was my game plan. I'm not as good of a clip farmer as other people, so I just have an editor and I say, find it.
I really don't know. Like for VTubers though, like of course you can create different, like obviously you can create edited videos like this. I think for the most part though, when you, like, for instance, let's say that you had 5 different segments for a video. Let's say that, okay, for this stream, I want to talk about how, if we're bringing in short form and long form content, let's say for the first few minutes, I'm going to talk about how I babysat my friend's parakeet and it like ripped up all my clothes and I decided to like string it up from the fan and have it like freaking be thrown against the wall. That was kind of violent, but like, okay, for the second one, I'm going to like freaking like make a video, or not even make a video, but like create like start a long form video where I play like this game with my friend and we have some funny like moments or whatever, like freaking like start like Lego Batman or whatever. Then for the third, then maybe they have another like funny like incident that happened. Then fourth, another funny video. Then fifth, maybe the fourth thing happens, like maybe they roll into another game that they want to play, or maybe they talk about like a serious like topic. I think that when it comes to like spacing things out, especially with the video, especially with a VOD or stream, you realize that you don't have to stream for like, because I think the average for VTubers is like 4 to 8 hour streams. For people at the, people that have above 50 to 70 or 70 plus, they stream for about 6 to 8 plus hours. And for people that are smaller than that don't really make dividends on their content, there's really no reason to stream that long. Because if you have less than like 1,000 subs, you aren't making any money. Hey, I know myself, you aren't making any money. You aren't making any cash. You really aren't. Like, we aren't making anything. We aren't making anything. Not for my shorts, not for my like long form content. Like the only thing that you're doing when you're like even if you have over 1,000, I have a friend, she has 30k viewers, not 30k views, 30k subscribers, And what's keeping her back is that most of her content was short, were shorts, but her shorts never hit. I think for shorts you have to hit like 1 billion, like 3 billion to be qualified for the YouTube platform, YouTube program or whatever, and she never hit that. So essentially, like I kind of realized, like, dang, I need to start figuring out how I can get watch time and how I can get subscribers, like interchangeably, like how I can get both at the same time. And I kind of figured out, like, I thought at first I was gonna like, just because my shorts were making the most content, not most content, but my shorts were giving me the most subscribers. For each short I was getting like 1 to 3 subs, and I was releasing like 5 to 7 a week. So like at most I'd make like 15 subs a week. Not too shabby. Wait, was my math right? Actually, I meant, well, if you round it, well, yeah, if you min-maxed it, but yeah, 15, not too shabby. However, I was kind of like my watch time sucked. Like at that point in time when I was like, well, what the freak? When was this? Like when I was first making shorts, my freaking, where is it? Get the freak over here. Yeah, when I was first making shorts, like around this time, like 1 year ago, bro. While I was on freaking Arium and doing stuff, my watch time was like 4, like 6-10, bro. And that's mainly because, like, even for like, I have, how many shorts do I have? Oh crap. Wait, is there like a website that shows? Okay, so when it comes to like, you can see how many like videos you have. Let me see. Yeah, I have 225 videos. We can subtract that from the amount of like long form videos I have, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 minus 23 and minus 200 and 225, that's 202. 202 of my videos are shorts. These shorts, and as you can see, like even like for my most popular short, it's 8.2K, 4.9K. Like these are not, I'm not making shorts, and I'd never planned to make shorts that were like hitting that, oh my goodness, excuse me, hitting that billion number so I can get watch time. And I think for VTubers, that's like a huge thing too, right? Like oh crap. For VTubers, that's definitely one thing too. I think for like this is for like VTubers that are interested in YouTube specifically. If you are or any content creator, honestly, if like, you should try and make content I've kind of learned that if you make content that not only intrigues you but could intrigue people enough to subscribe to you, I think, and it's like very broad to say that, I think it's kind of hard to say, because it definitely depends on like niches. Like for instance, for my ASMR content, I kind of learned that people like my like freaking storytime ASMRs. I got a lot more watch time and views from my other content. For my long form content, when it came to like me talking about different things, I learned that people like drama, which is a shame. I really don't want to talk about drama, but hey, I'll indulge if I, try and put a spin on it so I can, because I don't really like talking about drama, but hey, I decided to make it fun for me, and I think I made it fun for my viewers. I hope they had fun while we, dissected different things. But it really depends on like your niche and what you do. And that way you can create like long videos like this. Not long videos, but like long segments. You can figure out what segments you want to do. I think he talks about it some more.
What we're gonna do on stream, okay?
Oh.
And every big streamer does this. That is not acceptable. Here's the deal, guys. You are not just competing against other small streamers. You are competing against every streamer. You need to be better than the biggest streamers to be getting the attention of viewers.
I literally just talked about, like, with the Twitch thing, like I said before, if you play like Minecraft or like, oh my goodness, let's just use Minecraft as an example. If you play Minecraft live on stream, you're going against like some of the, I can't name any, but you're dealing with like some of the biggest Minecraft streamers ever. Just think of like people that get like 10,000 views on their video, or like 100 million, or even like streaming wise, people that have an average of like 1,000 people watch them, 10,000 people watch them. You're not only going people in your specific, I guess number when it comes to streaming, but also the big dogs. Like all your videos are getting put into the algorithm, and YouTube or Twitch decides who gets put on the front page or who gets into browse features and feature videos. And if you don't make the cut, then you're kind of at a loss. And that's why you need to always be ingenuitive as to what type of content you're making. For VTubers, most definitely, I think that when it comes to like just gaming videos aren't it. I talked about this in Brutal Truth. You can definitely watch that video because I definitely did a lot of research. You should be making content that adheres to, I'd say content that shows your personality so people can get to know you, people can get to like you. I don't think I've ever watched a single person. I've never been intrigued to watch a single person's like VOD if I didn't already like their shorts or their like long form content. It just doesn't work that way. I'm not going to watch your live stream if I don't even know who you are. I'm not going to watch your long form content if I haven't been introduced to you. I won't watch your shorts. Like that's the content funnel. I won't watch your like that. You remember that order. I won't watch your live streams unless I have heard of you. I won't watch your videos unless I know who you are, and I won't watch your shorts unless they're intriguing enough, or like unless it's intriguing or it hits a personal or has like something that interests me. And that's why your shorts should hit something that interests them. Then once they watch like 2 of your shorts, they can get to like you. They can be like, oh, this guy's pretty cool, or he's pretty funny, or he's like knowledgeable about something that I'm not knowledgeable about. Let me watch one of their like long form videos. Oh, they're really into this stuff. I really like their personality. They're funny. I like their voice. I like the way that they're so bubbly. Let me give them a follow. Then once they're followed, then they get a like live notification for when you're streaming, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, and then they watch you. Then you have a diligent follower. That should be the type of strategy when you're like, for any content creator, but in this specific case of VTubers, when you're trying to make content. Because if you just stick to like live streaming, no one's going to watch you because no one knows who you are. If you just stick to videos, they're okay place to start, but no one's going to, unless your video is like for instance hits people in the first 30 seconds or is of something that is of value to the viewer themselves, it won't be pushed out a lot. So in shorts alone, sure, they get people intrigued about you, but unless it like, I don't know, unless it's like something that gives like information back to back. If it's just like gaming content, a few ha-has and a few funnies is okay and all, but it's not really getting me to know you or getting me like a reason why I should watch you. It's just maybe saying like, oh, maybe I should check out your VOD one time. But if you like stream on like if you like post your shorts on YouTube and you stream on Twitch, that's like a huge jump. I don't know if he talks about that, how to get people to navigate different platforms. That's a big thing too. Like I think a lot of VTubers try and like default to Twitch because they see a bunch of like they're like the bigger people on there. But realistically, I don't think my first option if I was a new VTuber would be to like go to a place where all the other big VTubers are. I kind of want a bit of discoverability. But I mean, of course, like I said, it really depends on if you're doing this for like growth or for fun.
Most streamers are absolute dog shit.
Yes.
Most streamers are absolute dog shit. Legacy.
Yes, and let me say that most VTubers are dog. Most VTubers are crap. Let me say it. I've done the research. I've done the numbers. I've put in the statistics. Half these guys at the top, and I'm a small VTuber just like you guys. I'm a small VTuber just like you guys. I have seen it. Half these guys, if not most of them, have become stagnant in the way they make their content because they have like a rigid structure as to how they make their videos, and they already have a community that likes them. And so they don't make short content. They don't make they make long form content, but they don't make a lot of short form content because they don't need to like I guess, you know, they have like millions of followers, hundreds of thousands, 100,000, few hundred thousands, so they don't feel the need to like bring people in. That's where like that's why I think like a lot of people, like the new VTubers are kind of like growing at a rapid pace, because they are putting in they are like following the funnel system, because making shorts is a bit easier and it's a bit necessary too. You know, a carbo fee first into your setup. You know, I might just do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I do that 1500 followers. I do that 1500 followers.
So if you're hungrier, if you're willing to work on the stuff you're not good at, you can replace some of them.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Honestly, bro, some of these guys need to be replaced. Some of the guys need to be replaced. Like I said, bro, it's new gen takeover. Hashtag new gen takeover, guys. Come on. We can do it, bro. We can do it. Hashtag new gen takeover. Freaking, we're going on X. When you like, after you've watched this freaking video, hashtag new gen takeover.
But it's not negotiable.
Freaking make some goals. Make some shorts, bro. We're taking over, bro.
And you can do it slow. I know it's expensive. It's hard to get all that.
Like some of these names have been in the industry for way too long, bro. Yo, wait, hold on. No, this ain't flame. But honestly, it's kind of low key true. Some of these guys have been in the industry for way too long, bro. Some of these guys look tired too, with all these like different like controversies they get into. Like, bro, they need a rest. They need a break. And that's where we come in. That's where we come in to take their spot and take their viewers and their money.
You can do it slow, but make it something you are actively working.
No. I'm just kidding. Low key though, low key.
Okay, I want to leave you guys with a quote here. This is from Abe Lincoln. Give me 6 hours to cut a tree and I'll spend 4 sharpening the axe. What's the connection there, Marlon?
Damn, bro, was not ready.
The connection here is we're spending 4 hours figuring out what we're going to do on the stream.
Right.
So then our stream can be the most successful stream it can be, right?
Right.
You spent 6 hours just going live because you had 6 hours available. It would be genuinely more valuable if you had 8 hours to go live to spend 4 hours figuring out what you're going to do and then 4 hours doing it.
Essentially saying like 4 hours for preparations. Like for instance, like even in the axe metaphor, like you're preparing all that time to like prepare all the time, like on your swing, on freaking how to cut, what type of wood is probably best. Like that's the thing for like VTubers too. Like look at your, like before you stream, look at the people that, if you're going to stream a game, for instance, let's just say that in your segment, you had a specific game that you go to play with a friend. Look like an hour before stream, or even like, honestly, like if you have 4 hours to spend, like do it like 2 hours, 3 hours when you're like eating or something, like preparing. Look at the people, other people that are that are streaming right now. Look at how long they've been streaming. Look at the amount of people that are in their streams. Look at what they're saying. Look at what they're commenting. Look at the stream. Like would you genuinely ask yourself, and don't hate, would you stay in that stream? Why would you? Why wouldn't you? Like you need to I think that once you get into the mind frame of why I'm streaming and how I could stream better, that will better place you in it will allow you to get into the mind frame of how I can make this the most successful stream it can be. I looked at this one person, like, no, this is an example, but like for instance, while I was saying like doing research on different streams, I was looking at this one person stream and I like the way that maybe it's like a game, it's like a strategy game. And you play the strategy game a lot, but this specific streamer that has, like, for instance, let's just say 200 average viewers, he was like explaining all the different modes for everything he was doing. He was basically explaining all the different things that he was doing. And I actually like that because I didn't know some of this stuff. What I can do in this, in this example, is maybe I can incorporate into my streams. People come into my stream and they just see someone like hunched over, like just like playing the game. Like they don't know exactly what's going on. There's no commentary. They're probably going to leave. However, if I bring them, if I invoke them into what I'm doing and make it sound interesting, then maybe they'll want to stay. That's the type of stuff like that. That's the type of like stuff you have to think about.
For 8 hours. Some of you guys stream too much. We got to be streaming less.
That's true. Okay. We'll go to day 2. I'm not going to do day 3 and day 4 mainly because I didn't watch them. Oh well, I did watch them. I just didn't like. I don't know. Maybe I'll do them another. Maybe I'll do them another day. But I mean, we'll do day 2 because day 2 is actually. I think day 2 classes. Day 2 classes like kind of suck. But they weren't as cool as like day 1's class. But I still like the content. Okay.
You are all 1%ers.
Oh yeah.
More than rappers?
I heard that.
Do you think that makes sense?
I think it do. I think it do.
Wait, what was the context?
Streamers make. All right, y'all. I had this question on the board. Anyone have thoughts on this? Off rip. Do streamers make too much money? No.
No, I don't make any money, so no. No, I don't make any money.
More than rappers?
I heard that.
Do you think that makes sense?
I think it do. I think it do.
Okay.
Wait, did he just say rappers make more?
200K?
200K?
Damn.
What?
That's pretty good.
He said he made 200K.
All right. Really?
Who the freak is that?
We think
You know,
streamers make
whatever.
a lot, right? Streamers make a lot. We know streamers make a lot of money. I think we've heard this before. Guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about that and something I think a few of you in this class are dealing with. Guys, today, the
I kind of
class
skipped through
is
day 2, so that's how some of these
stop
things are
farming,
like.
start making money. Okay.
Yes.
A lot of you guys here are great at farming clips. You get millions of views. You get more views than me, but you're not making money equivalent to maybe the attention that you are receiving.
True.
We're gonna unpack why. We're going to start talking about how to build a larger audience, a larger community, people who watch you long form, not just your clips. Also, real quick, applause for yourselves. Congratulations,
Dang,
everybody. You guys have accomplished a lot. I think you should be proud of yourselves. If you don't know,
I just realized something. I didn't
92% of people go live once, they never go live again.
Yes, that's so honestly that intrigued me like the most out of day. Well, not the most out of day 2, but that was like an interesting point. 92% of people stream once and don't do it again. Like holy crap! Just imagine like 92 like in a room, like only of 10 people, only like one and maybe like another person streamed like once, and then they kept doing it over and over again. So if you're like continuously, if you're someone that's streaming, like you're like hey.
92% of all of Twitch.
You're freaking amazing. You're freaking amazing.
Twice, you're in the top 10%. 20 viewers.
Yes.
The amount of viewers you need to be in the top 1%. Raise your hand.
Which is also number 1 top percent streamer on Twitch. I don't know about YouTube. But like even Twitch, I think that most VTubers are kind of like on Twitch, but that's how crazy it is. Like I was saying before, we just like looked at a list of Twitch streamers, literally all these VTubers or even VTubers, all these guys sitting with 1 viewer, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe 10. And then it kind of like after like a small margin, it just explodes into hundreds, then thousands. Then it's the big people that are at like 10,000s and like 15,000. There's just like the margin for hitting like the top percent is so incredibly like it seems small. Like 20 people seem small, but that's just because there's so many people that are streaming with 1 streamer, and that's mainly because they don't like market themselves, or maybe they stream too much, or I don't know, stream too little. There's like a lot of things that go into like specific streamers. I don't know.
You're 1%. 1%. You are all 1%ers.
W.
Next. Guys, 1 million people applied to Streamer U.
That doesn't apply to us.
The few who made it in. One more round of applause.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to us though. That's great for them. W.
And I got one more surprise for you all. Most
Yes.
people fail.
That's true. Yes.
Guys, most of you are gonna fail.
Actually, fun fact for you, for VTubers. For VTubing, I don't have my source. I promise you this is real though. 80% of VTubers graduate there before they hit their first year of VTubing. 87%. I forgot. I think it's on, what's that website that gets all that daily? No, not it's oh crap. It's daily dose of VTubing or something like that. But it's like daily dose of VTubing. I think if you probably heard like of the website, but whatever. It's freaking 87% of VTubers graduate before they hit their first year. 87. That's a huge number. That's a really huge number. I mean, like it's quite understandable, mainly because unlike putting yourself in front of a camera, like for instance with these guys, what the freak? Oh, my bag fell on my. I thought someone was like touching me on my leg. I thought someone was getting frisky. But yeah, when it comes to VTubers, we have a lot of like complications that could come out when it comes to like content creation. For instance, our model. A lot of people get their model, they spend thousands on it, then for whatever reason they decide, I don't like it, and decide to go on hiatus until they fix their model, never to stream again. I think that's happened with a lot of different corporate entities, or mainly it happens with indies though, where they get their model, or sometimes they can't afford a model, right? I think a lot of us been in this position where we get the model and where we have an idea and we're like, okay, well, we can't afford it. We're going to save up for it, you know, get a part-time, full-time job, whatever. And for the moment, I'm going to just play with a GIF tuber or a PNG tuber. That was me. That was literally me. I was using a GIF tuber, a PNG, and I was just streaming. I think I was literally, this was me for oh crap. Wait. This was dang it. I really don't I don't want to go back to the page because like for some reason this was me like a while ago, bro, like a year ago. This was me before I joined Irium and they gave me Suitoin. This was me, Wintertime Crime. I was literally a where am I? Yeah, this was me, bro. I was like a freaking welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to bro, my mic sucks. You know what I'm saying? Looks pretty good, looks pretty nice, you know what I'm saying? I had a freaking GIF tuber, bro. But the thing is, the point I wanted to create is that most people, they get these GIF tubers and they compare themselves, and that's a whole nother thing. But they compare themselves to VTubers, and they decide, you know, oh man, I'm never gonna be as big as them because I don't have a VTuber model that like has a bunch of expressions or that moves around. I'm like have a static image, and they just kind of leave. And I think that's why, like, when it comes to most of you will fail, most VTubers fail indefinitely. In fact, like, even for like people watching this video, like, he doesn't give a statistic, but I mean, if you decide to become stagnant based on like what you have, like for instance, I talked about expenses. When it comes to, for instance, getting new mic, my mic sucked then. Like, look, bro, I'm about to pull this back up, bro. My mic, wait, what the freak? My mic sucked, bro. Bro, look at this. I know, put a few prompts in the dolly, and I came out with this masterpiece. But no, today, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Today, bro, I was so cringe. I was so cringe, but no, bro, like my mic sucked, and now I was able to, like, through hard work, and elbow grease, I was able to afford my mic I have now, and that's just because like I decided to stick with it. And if you're a VTuber, you shouldn't like compare yourself or like underappreciate your efforts based on what you have. You should try, and it's easier said than done. I know, but you have to keep on going, you know, just to potentially like get better model, get better gear. Some of your freaking community, like for instance, like this happened with me for my Rode NT1, my audio interface. My people on Irium, they decided to gift it to me after my 1 year of streaming on the platform. So that was cool. Wait, no, it was 6 months. It was 6 months after 6 months. Yeah, it was my 6-month anniversary, and someone gifted it to me. So I mean, excuse me, if you make like content and people see that the drive, the ambition that you have, they're going to push you, and they're going to like help you, you know? So if you're a freaking VTuber and you don't think that now of course, well, if you're a VTuber and you don't have like all your things in place, like your expenses in place, or maybe you have a certain model that you don't like, then just wait it out. Try to make the best of what you have, and then once you like come to a point where you can actually change, then you won't like have lost momentum. Because it's easy to say like, oh, I'm gonna leave for a second, I'm leave for a second, come back when I have this, that, and the other. But in that amount of time, it's easy to just like forget about it. Trust me.
What do I mean by fail? Did you feel like you made it when you went to Streamer U? Do you feel like you got an opportunity that you can grasp and you might skyrocket?
Yes, I did.
You might have felt that. You got excited.
Why did zoom in on
What
her?
happened for most of you? Here are the stats. Last year's Streamer U. This is
Hmm.
last year. People who attended 2025 Streamer U. I looked at their viewership a month before Streamer U. Then I looked at the viewership last month. On average, that whole group's down 287 viewers. That whole group.
Okay. I don't really well, I guess for VTubers, you can kind of equate this to be like, let's say that you have a video that we'll all eventually have a pop-off video. For instance, my pop-off video, my biggest video to date was my most recent video on VTubing controversies. That's essentially my pop-off video because it netted me, like I said, 13 subs. I can either, and I think that for a lot of VTubers, we kind of have like that pop video that does better than the rest. And of course that comes with time and learning what to do. When it comes to, like, for instance, for Stream University, most of these guys are getting attention because of Kai Cenat and the amount of emphasis he puts on marketing. They're different companies. Like, for instance, you see the freaking Red Bull over here. Red Bull, all these different companies, all these guys have like Samsung phones from Samsung. All these different companies are viewing this content, and thus they give, the money to the market. Essentially, there's a lot of marketing going for this content. For a VTuber, it's a bit different. However, I could say that when you make a new video that kind of pops off, it's easy to look at those numbers and feel like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I think I made it. I think I'm able to like keep up this momentum. But most of the time, like after that one video, is depending on, for instance, like he talks about, I think on this day, whether like when you have that video, you probably, unless like you're extremely lucky and you know what you're doing, won't be able to implement won't be able to get that same momentum again. Like for instance, like for this one video, I got 100 plus watch hour, 100 and counting watch hours on top of 13 plus subscribers. And like, will I be able to get that in my next video? I don't know. I'll surely try, but like realistically, I don't think so. But of course, that just comes with the fact that that was kind of my pop-up video. That video kind of helped me realize what works for my channel. And of course, I'm not gonna in fact, my next video is probably going to be a follow-up. Like I said, I'll give the next video at like 800 subscribers. Until I hit 800 subscribers, that next video is kind of just like sitting in an archive. I won't even lie with you. It's already edited and everything. I just haven't released it yet. But yeah, I think you can kind of look at that from the perspective of a VTuber.
Right? The median, okay? That's the person in the middle. You slash off the biggie society.
What I'm essentially saying is that even if you like blow up, or like for instance, like get like a freaking like famous VTuber that you collab with. Oh yeah, that's probably the best example for us. If we get like, okay, let's say that like freaking, like, I don't know, who's a bait, like for instance, if you act like collab with like Zentreya or something, like, or freaking Iron Mouse or like Doki Bird or whatever, like sure, like, or even if you're in an event with Doki Bird or any of them, like sure, you'll get a few numbers because they're intrigued with the personality that you like. Maybe they just want to show some support for you or their teammates or whatever if you're on the same team, or maybe they're just intrigued by the event in itself. Like I know they have like a lot of VTuber like freaking like VTuber Minecraft servers that they do, and a lot of VTubers get together for that stuff. And maybe like a VTuber that, one of the people that found you funny, they decide to like go over there and send you what do they call it on Twitch when you like freaking, when you send a bunch of people over, crap, what do they call it? No, it's not follow, it's freaking transfer like all your viewers or something. Oh, raid. They like raid you, right? that's essentially what's happening at Streamer U. He's essentially saying that people at Streamer U, they're getting a lot of viewership based on the event or based on the different amount of streamers that are there. But if you don't capitalize on it, which is like kind of hard to do in the moment, I suppose, but if you like make yourself aware of what's happening, you most likely in that whatever case, especially for like getting rated by someone or even like being in a specific event, you won't make any dividends. You won't make anything.
Streamer U, 4 viewer change after a year. 56% of all participants lost viewers or only gained single-digit viewers.
That's true. But of course this like doesn't this doesn't appear to us.
Streaming can get you.
Wait.
But there are quicker, better, more efficient ways to do
Oh wait. Oh.
because
Oh wait, this
we
is
wanna be the
important.
ones who succeed. How do we do that? First off, we have to ask ourselves an honest question. Raise your hand by show of hands. Do you want to be a streamer? By show of hands, do you want to be a streamer?
Raise your hands in there, just like you just don't care.
Now, we're gonna sit on this for a moment. Do you want to be a streamer? This question about it, because
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was kind of like asking myself this earlier, not earlier, but like a few days while I was watching day 2. I was like, do I want to be a streamer? And I'm currently right now, I'm a senior in college, and would I want to be a streamer right now? No, because like I think being a streamer is a lot of dedication, and sure, it can give you tons of money like this guy, but he's like kind of like a interesting like a one in a million case, along with other like VTubers. Like I think some of the biggest names are people that have made it, right? Like think of freaking like Fillion, wherever the freak she is, like she's a great example of someone that just kind of blew up from shorts. Or what are a few indies that kind of blew up? Oh my god. I'm sure that you can name a few of them yourselves, but they're like 1 in a million chances for them to blow up. Like I said, we literally just checked on Twitch for that whole line of people that have like 1 viewer, that all those VTubers that have 1 viewer, right? I think he kind of goes into it like
maybe you don't actually want to be a streamer. You want to have what streaming can get you.
Right.
But there are quicker, better, more efficient ways to do that. Maybe you actually just want to be rich. Maybe you want a large social media following. Maybe you want to have a creative outlet.
Right.
Streaming might not be the best path to do this.
I wonder if you can kind of frame this question, do you want to be a VTuber? Like what would that entail? I think like do you want to become a streamer is more like I guess like streaming and VTubing is kind of interchangeable in the context that you're both creating content. The only difference is that the streamer is showing like the stream, like I guess like a flesh, tuber, someone showing their face is showing their face, and we're showing like we're using a model. But I mean, like, I don't know. I guess you could frame the question, do you want to be a VTuber if maybe, oh, you know what? I was actually going to talk about this in another video. I was going to talk about this actually today, but I was going to discuss whether if you how a lot of different VTubers, you guys know who Mori Calliope is. She just recently got a part in this one anime, I'm Not a Villainess. Crap. She got a voice acting part, right, in this one anime. On top of that, I was also brought to my attention that she also got one of her songs that from her like recent album, but not recent, it was like in 2021, hit the US Billboard 100, right? 2 incredible feats. And with these type of feats, that's from someone who's essentially at the pinnacle of their game with VTubing. I think most VTubers, once they get to a certain point, and you've probably seen this from either your peers or maybe some of the biggest VTubers, like people 100,000, like a million subscribers, they get to the peak, the pinnacle of their success, and then they flip the script to just like a reaction video, like reaction content, like just a bunch of reaction content and just reacting, and just playing games. When beforehand, they were like creating like interesting videos on their their opinions on the decline of this certain like video game or something, or maybe they were like producing like clips of them I don't know, like maybe they were like making like songs, or like maybe they were doing covers, but then they decided, oh, you know, I have 100K subscribers, I have like this, I have like a good amount of revenue going on, like this revenue is able to help me like do whatever, like I don't know, pay my car loans or whatever. So I'm just gonna stay here and just like keep these people and just like make reaction content. Now, am I saying like these people like am I like reprimanding these people? Like, of course not. Like, no, if it works for them, then yes. But like I said, like he said before, he said it too, Ludwig. Some of these guys at the top of their game, they're becoming very stagnant with the way that they do things, and they need to be replaced, or they can be replaced. I'm not going to say need. Like some of these VTubers, they're going to be replaced, I think, in the next few years. I was going to talk about this later, but I guess I'll talk about it a bit now, because I'm going to say that in the next year, there is going to be a rise in the amount of VTubers that are going to start doing things such as voice acting, creating their own original music that can be produced, that can be like delivered to Spotify or part of these different anime, or even in commercials. You could get like, you've heard of, I'm pretty sure, have you guys heard of like freaking, what's that, like G Fuel or whatever, and how they do like brand deals with these VTubers? I mean, realistically, it's like an affiliate link. I want to say that you're like an official partner. You only get the official partner if you like actually make sales. Anyone can get an affiliate link, and get like 20% off, like that, you know. But you aren't really necessarily getting anything from that. But just imagine if you got like a deal from like Netflix to like appear in an advertisement about like their new show, whatever. Or for instance, or you get a commercial deal from a Fortune 500 company. Let's just say like X or Amazon, to talk about your experience with something. Like, those are the type of things I think we're going to see a lot of in 2027 and beyond, because I think that now that, especially in the United States, I forgot what the specific statistic was, but most VTube, like I think we were estimated to make 3.4 million. We made 3.4 million in revenue. The VTubing industry alone did in 2025, and in this decade, not decade, but in 2026, what was it, 4.6? It was like 4.6. By 2030, it's going to be at least 19.9 billion. And that is because when it comes to VTubers, as like essentially us, it is a lot low stakes to have to like make like videos and advertisements, like make brand deals, because we do not have to, like, our brands are essentially like our entire entity. Like they don't have to worry about like likenesses and like real names and different personas and different companies, especially with indies. I think like the only thing with the Mori Calliope case is the fact that she's doing all this amazing stuff, but she's part of she's part of Hololive, right? She's part of Hololive, and that's how she's like getting these deals in the first place, because she's getting in the door. But of course, I think that any VTuber that puts in the work in this day and age, like for instance, like grinds out like long form videos, and essentially like, and kind of explodes, especially if they're in a specific niche that hasn't been covered by VTubers. There's tons, I'm sure, and they explode and get to the same level as Mori Calliope or any of these big VTubers. I think that a lot of companies would rather go to the indie rather than the corporate, because the corporate, especially for like people that have kind of been in the industry for a while, they probably have like freaking, they have like the experience in their, I guess, in their niche and the numbers, so they can kind of like say, oh, you know, I've been in the entertainment sector for like 7 years. 20K isn't gonna do it. I need like at least like triple that or something like that. They're gonna have to negotiate. But if they approach an indie VTuber, I think they won't have to necessarily do that. And sure, like, you aren't being like swindled. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that if you're an indie, you have a bit more leeway, because you're not a corporate figure. I think that's why being an indie right now is probably better than a corporate, because honestly, corporates are kind of on a decline anyway. out of that whole Sojo situation. Corporates are kind of on the decline.
Now, I think when people talk about streamers, we talk about the big guys, talk about the Kais, we talk about the Speeds.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is a very small number of all streamers. That is realistically not going to be you.
Right.
I have 3 examples for us today. I have a top 100 streamer.
We talk about the Iron Mouses. We talk about the Battle of the Whales.
And I have a top 10,000 streamer in the world. I'm going to show you guys all their revenue and their viewership. We're going to pocket watch. Guys, we're going to start off with Mr. Number 95. Guys, we were starting off, excuse me, with myself. And I'm going to show you how much money I make. I'm the 95th biggest streamer on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube. It doesn't include that.
Do they have a ranking system for VTubers? Do they show like VTuber? I'm pretty sure they show like average viewers. You probably look that on Twitch, but what about like revenue? Wait, actually, no, they can't show revenue. Well, they can show estimated revenue.
For me specifically, okay, we're gonna go through some expenses that I have. Here's my expenses. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll, $225,000. That is for the 15 employees that I have.
I'm gonna be so real. This doesn't really apply to us, but
Next, travel, $55,000.
well, actually it does.
I had to fly a bunch of streamers out. That's that travel expense. Next up, events.
Actually, yeah, it does. I mean, like we're gonna have events. We're gonna have expenses at VTubers anyway.
Next, marketing. Again,
I think ours like more so. I think ours are a bit different because like what if you like for instance if you start like a 2.0 2.0 reveal or debut 2.0 debut. I don't know why that's on my debut 2.0. You're gonna have to worry about the assets. If you decide to make a video, if you decide to make like a theme song or whatever, like all that stuff adds up. And especially if you work with like a team, if you're an indie, like you're probably, well, it's a bit like harder to try and group people together, but you can definitely do it. But that's probably what we are. And then like, for instance, if you like travel to like conventions or whatever, or, you know, travel to meet friends and make videos, and that's definitely travel. And events, of course, if you like plan out events, I don't know, what's the biggest like VTuber event? Is it, I know I want to say Iron Mouse's, I don't even know. I was about to say like the VTuber Awards, but that hasn't, that they haven't done that for like a few years now. In fact, I think that was like Fillian's thing with like Mythic Talent, but I think as soon as he left, she kind of like stopped doing that. Or I don't really know the reason why. I don't know if that was the reason why, but I don't know, like VTuber, like I want to say like maybe Iron Mouse's subathons or whatever. I don't even know what the biggest VTuber event is.
$10,000. Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent, $359,000.
I'm gonna skip ahead a bit. Oh god, yeah, because this is a whole hour. Oh yeah, he like goes over like the different types of streamers. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is like
Okay, but what if that's the reality?
oh wait, what?
Fuck no, you're saying, all right? Are you happy with who's the 10,000th biggest streamer in the world? That is a successful streamer.
Yeah, okay. So essentially he was like going down the list of different streamers.
Later, by the way, twitchtracker.com. Look up your Twitch channel name. They will tell you what number you are. If your number is lower, they might tell you what
I'll just watch it.
percentile you are in. Okay, top 0.5%, top 0.4%, whatever. Anyway, this is a real person who is in the top 1,000. They're not exactly 1,000, but they're close to it. This is all of their viewership. All right, how much do they make? How much does a top 1,000 streamer get? Sponsorships, $0.
Yeah.
Asked them why. They said they think their agency's ass. They haven't had a deal. Okay, it's a much different number. YouTube, 150. Only 150. They're not posting real.
Did someone say that little?
They're mostly doing shorts.
What the freak?
There's not a
That
lot of
little?
revenue coming from the YouTube. They're more of a streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right, Twitch, 10,000.
Okay.
That's a good amount of money.
That's pretty lucrative.
As well. All right. And if you go back to the hours a week, that was your question. They stream 130 hours. 130 hours.
130 hours
For
a
the month,
week.
this is all the month of June.
Oh, the 130 hours
So
a
total,
month.
this top 1,000 streamer made $10,250. That's a good amount of money, right? You make 100
Yeah,
being a streamer.
yeah, that's great. 10,000 a month. That's 100K a year. That's basically an engineer, a scientist of sorts. My God. But yeah, he basically goes down, eats one, and then he acts like a
It's not a bad guess, Jason. You're wrong. Oh my God. 6.2.
Oh yeah, then he talks about the amount of streamers in the world, 6.25 million, which is crazy. I think there's honestly in comparison to what it how I wonder if there's like a stat on that. Like how many VTubers are streaming in the world right now, or how many streamers are like in the space or streaming on Twitch consecutively, cuz I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's a million, but it's definitely a few thousands.
People. And that guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much is he making? 3,000.
3,000.
They're making about 40K a year, right? Roughly 40K a year. And
Dang.
that's top 10,000 in the world. Okay? The numbers aren't wrong. People trick you. They say stream makes a lot of money. It does. For me. But this whole streaming system is rich gets richer. The
Yeah.
top makes a fuck ton. When a sponsor wants to do a deal, are they going to small streamers? No.
No.
They're trying to hit up iShow Speed, then they go, that's out of our budget. Then they go down the list. They go down the list until eventually they're stuck with me. All right? So I just need you guys to internalize this. I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to be a streamer?
That's another point that I was like saying when I was talking about the whole G Fuel thing. Like, I think, oh man, I'm not gonna say that it isn't a big deal to get an affiliate link, but you gotta understand when you get an affiliate link to a company like G Fuel or like all these other brands, it isn't like you're a partner. You're essentially just getting a discount, and you're promoting a brand to your community, and if they buy something, then you're making the other person money. I wouldn't necessarily that's not really sponsored. That's not really a sponsorship. I think that when VTubers like get deals like that, they call like a sponsorship. Unless you're getting paid, that essentially isn't a sponsor. I don't even know if you get paid for, I'm sure you maybe you do. I don't know. I don't think unless you get paid, I'm not really calling it a sponsorship. And even for sponsorships, I think of a sponsorship for instance, if I have to go on a trip somewhere, like for instance, I have to go to a convention and they want me to talk to a few people, that's a sponsorship. I want to get paid to go to that event, you know what I'm saying? But for just for what the frick? Just for freaking a link that I have to send to people to get money, I don't necessarily think that's like a sponsorship. But of course, it's each their own.
With the lifestyle, let's say for the rest of your life, you are a streamer who's the 10,000th biggest streamer in the world. That is a successful streamer.
Okay, we're gonna skip around here. We're gonna skip around.
Like they're a completely different person when it comes to long form streams that you don't really see.
Same point, I'm talking about someone or something you're dealing with.
Mm.
I struggle to handle juggling clips and YouTube and streams.
Yeah. I think dang.
100 views.
I think, hold on, wait a second.
YouTube video, which one's better? You're trying to push merch to someone. Probably the Twitch follower. They're probably more likely to go buy that. Lacey, why are you disagreeing? What's your point?
No, I'm not disagreeing. The followers, yes, but YouTube has a.
Oh wait, what's the question? I think this was a good question.
YouTube and streams. Hands up, that's how it
I
works.
think.
900 to 3. Why are you getting
In terms of personality streams that
in? Y'all. What is worth more? All right, there's a little quiz time. Pop quiz.
Oh yeah, this
Is a
question.
TikTok
This question.
follower worth more? A Twitch follower or a YouTube follower? All right, by show of hands, who thinks TikTok?
I gave YouTube answer as well. I was like, wow.
By show of hands, who thinks Twitch? By show of hands, who thinks YouTube? Round of applause for Valkyrie, only one who got it right. It is Twitch. It is
Yeah.
Twitch. Why?
You would think YouTube, because it has the best funnel for people. Like you can create pretty much everything on you. You can create short form content, long form content, and you can stream. Even if you like multi stream, that's still like a content funnel, but it's like it's not.
Is it Twitch? Why is it Twitch? Why is a YouTube viewer not worth more? Jason, which one?
Explain.
Jason, what's your answer?
Because Twitch is the smallest platform out of the three.
Why would that make them more valuable? If I have a follower on Truth Social, is that more valuable?
She looked genuinely confused.
Because Twitch is easily monetized.
Twitch is easily monetized. Okay. Why?
I forgot the answer.
There's just a lot of ways people can give you money, I suppose.
Okay.
I think because you could still earn revenue on YouTube even if you don't like if they don't follow, they're still you still get views.
And this is your argument for YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you said YouTube was wrong, right?
YouTube is wrong. I believe Twitch is the correct answer, and I'm down to be debated on this. I think if you were to have 10,000 followers on TikTok, 10,000 followers on Twitch, and 10,000 followers on YouTube, you'd be making more money as the Twitch streamer. Okay? And ultimately, the reason why is the viewer buy-in. A viewer is going to be much more engaged as a Twitch follower than a TikTok follower. If you think about a TikTok follower, that's pretty straightforward.
That's
If they
probably
watch
true.
Every single TikTok you post, they probably see 30 minutes of your face in a month. Total. All right? A YouTube viewer, how much are they seeing your face in a month? It's going to be more. But
Yeah.
there's edited videos, how many videos you're uploading.
Right. It's all
Average Twitch
edited.
viewership, they might spend 30 minutes in one Twitch stream.
Right.
And you can easily pump
Because they
out
want to watch you watch
stream a
the.
day
They
if
want to
you
watch you like play the game, or whatever. I don't know though. I think that with like YouTube, even though not a lot. Well, actually, I think there's a lot more Japanese VTubers on YouTube, or even just like non-English people, non-English VTubers that stream on YouTube. I think. Because even I forgot, I think Hosho Marine actually like got like the most super chats, I think a few years ago. I think it was like 2020, 2021. I forgot. But she got like the most. And I think, I don't know. I think this is like, he does make I suppose a valid point. But I mean, YouTube does have super chats. Like Twitch, of course. Twitch does have like the gifts, and they do have like the bits, but YouTube does have super chats on top of getting ad revenue and monetization. Well, Twitch also does have that as well, but I don't know. I think, and the payouts are like, Twitch is like what, 30-70. Well, it depends on what you get. If you're an affiliate, I think it's 30-70. If you're if you're a brand, what do you call them, like brand ambassador or whatever, then it's like 50-50 or 80-20 or something like that. Like it goes up. I think for YouTube, I think it's a bit lower. So maybe that's his point. Maybe that's his point. But of course, like I said, with like VTubers, I think it's a tad bit different, because with our content, we like, I think that if you aren't making any short form or long form content, and if you're just streaming on Twitch, like VTubing is already a niche. And if you're separating, or you're like putting yourself in a situation where people could potentially at a very low, small margin see your Twitch channel, you're already going to fail tremendously, because you have people that are streaming on YouTube, streaming on Twitch, streaming on TikTok even, that also post shorts of their content, as well as make long form videos of whatever funny gooks and gaffs they have with their friends. And I think that's what sets like certain VTubers apart when it comes to like streaming. So I don't know. I'd argue for VTubers. I think YouTube is a bit better, just mainly because of the amount of momentum you can get from getting a lot of viewers on, getting a like large amount of people on YouTube. Now for live stream's sake, if you're just a live streamer, I think Twitch is. I think it really depends on like what, like if you're either a streamer or like a content creator. If you're mainly a streamer, then of course Twitch. Like TikTok doesn't even compare. I mean, you can stream on TikTok, but I mean, like you'd have to have a few followers or make something that's like freaking, what do you call it? That's like, I don't know, make something that like people want to watch for long, like wow. But if you're freaking, but for VTuber's sake, YouTube is best if you want to diversify or for discoverability or for diversification of your content, and Twitch is better for actually what's his point on that? Actually, I don't even know.
The YouTube comment.
I was about to argue that Twitch is probably better for marketability. I think that when it comes to brand deals and sponsorships, like you talked about earlier, that a lot of these different people want to know how many average viewers you get, because like on a YouTube video, you can say, oh, you know, today's sponsors, da da da. But like you said before, people only watch YouTube videos whenever they want to watch a YouTube video on that subject. I've had a few YouTubers that I watch. Do I watch some but do I watch every single video they put out? I mean, no. Like if they have a certain title that doesn't intrigue me, or maybe it's content that I'm like, you know, I think you talked about that before, I'm thinking I'm gonna skip this one, then I'm not gonna watch it. Then they lose out on that sponsorship, then they lose out on that revenue. But for Twitch, most of the time you have that sense of, oh, I have to know about what happened in their day, or what they're talking about, or just genuinely be in the moment with that person. I think it's a bit different. Oh crap. I think it's a bit different for Twitch. And that's my only argument. I think for Twitch it's better if you're a streamer. If for YouTube it's better if you're a content creator.
They're not always commenting. Most people don't comment, and you're likely not replying to all the comments. But
True.
in chat, you're always talking to chat.
Right.
You got chat on your phone right now. Chat's
Talk to him.
right now. You probably looked over and read them. Has anyone read a YouTube comment while I've been here?
No.
Has anyone read a TikTok comment while I've been here?
No.
So if you need to sell merch and you have 100 Twitch viewers,
Like TikTokers. I'll be so real. I don't read TikTok comments. I don't. I give them a heart. That's so bad. I try to. I really do. I really want to. I really want to read TikTok comments, but like some of them are just like absolute brain rot, bro. And they always say like gifts. They literally, oh my goodness, on a few of my videos, they literally just send gifts after gifts after gifts. I'm not looking at your gifts, bro. I'm giving you a heart and I'm leaving. Though I don't really spend much time on TikTok.
Lacey, why are you disagreeing? What's your point?
I don't know. I wish that's one thing about this. I wish he elaborated on like why, because I'm still like unsure.
Disagree. The followers, yes, but YouTube has a way better like system of getting recommended. So
right.
If you have 100 followers on Twitch, you're not gonna. There's no really chance to get 1,000 viewers.
Correct. There is no discoverability. That is correct. But that is a different question. The question is pound for pound, which one's worth more?
Worth more money, not just worth more.
Worth more money, correct.
Worth more money. Yeah. Okay. That puts things into perspective. Worth more money than definitely Twitch. Like I said before, like people, when you get sponsorships, brands, they're always looking for Twitch, because people are most likely to look at a Twitch stream and it's easy to like market yourself on a Twitch stream where people are like watching you rather than a video, because like you've probably seen this on a YouTube video, right? A sponsored segment starts and you instantly click that little button at the bottom right. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not watching a sponsored segment, or I skip ahead. On Twitch, there's no skip button. There's no skip button on Twitch. You gotta watch them talk about whatever like freaking goo goo baby doll they have that's like sponsoring this video before they get into the game. You're gonna sit there like a good little boy or a good little girl until they finish it, because you want to watch your streamer play that game. But on YouTube, you have the option like to go past it, and that's why I think a lot of people don't like get sponsorships on YouTube. But on Twitch, anyone's able to, especially VTubers for like different games or whatever. Because holy crap, like just think about it. Like on YouTube, let's say that someone wanted to get like, you remember freaking Raid Shadow Legends, bro? Just imagine these guys were getting all this like on YouTube. Well, that's interesting. I don't know, because I have premium, but and unless you have Twitch Turbo, you're gonna have to watch an ad if you don't have a subscription before you jump into someone's video, before you jump into someone's stream. And for Twitch, I don't know how sponsorship works. I know that some of them are based on like watch time or whatever, or some of them are linked, like it's like linked to your account metrics, and based on the amount of watch time you get during during that stream, they give you a payout. But on YouTube, I know that you also get payouts, you know, based on how many people that watch you. I think on Twitch also, not Twitch also, but I think on Twitch, the key differential is like for that Raid Shadow Legend thing is that like people were actually playing the game and like invoking, like they had like this the Raid Shadow timer where people could like join your raid or whatever. They could watch you play. On YouTube, if you're not interested in Raid Shadow Legends, no one's gonna watch your video. No one's gonna watch your video. I mean, sure, on Twitch, like your viewership is gonna drop a lot if you like started playing segment. But most people are like chill. They're probably there. They probably like you're probably playing on like a weekend. People don't care about how they waste their time because they're just there for you. For a YouTube video, it's like easily skippable because you have like well, mine is kind of different, but you have like all these different like videos on the side that you could like click on. Oh, well, I guess for Twitch they're like on the side, but I mean like it's just totally different, so it's understandable, I guess.
You cannot always be the clip.
Oh yeah, that's one thing too. Yeah.
But this is real. What happens to you guys is you're really good at farming clips. I think at this point a lot of you really understand intrinsically when a moment happens that, oh, that was the clip. I'm going to tell my clipper, or maybe you are your own clipper, you run your own clip account. Tonight, I'm going to post that. I fucking nailed it.
Yes.
All right?
Got that clip.
You guys feel pretty good about that at this point, I imagine.
Yeah, I do. I do.
You might even be able to set up these moments.
Oh, yeah, I can.
You get that clip. How long is that in your 4-hour stream?
Oh, God.
A minute? Seconds?
Few seconds? 10 seconds? 30?
So then what happens? That person sees you on IG. You had an awesome clip. They go to your stream.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? Are you farming a clip at every moment?
Nope. I'm farming on Minecraft.
All right. We're not always exciting. We're not always on. I know I'm not. Okay, there are people who are. There are people who have balanced energy. I Show Speed has insane energy. Literally every second of that stream, you're like, holy shit, how is he still going? I can't do that. I'm a limited quantity guy.
Yes.
And I need to go take a bath. That's me. I'm honest with myself. I know my strength isn't to perform in a way that will not be met when the viewer comes to see me. I have to be on. That
can definitely be attributed to VTubers as well. You don't always have to be the clip. I think, yeah, I talked about this earlier in the stream also. It's just that you should try and prioritize trying to make content, but it doesn't always have to be yourself that's like part of it or like that's influenced by it. I think we kind of get into this thing, and this isn't just for VTubers, this is just for like content creators in general, where we feel like we always have to be interesting or the main attraction whenever an opportunity comes up. But sometimes it's just like nice to just like sit back, even like let like some things play out and you kind of give your own perspective on it. So I think if you give a relatable perspective to someone that, you know, that maybe had the same perspective or opinion on that subject, like for instance, something funny happened and maybe he didn't necessarily find that very funny, then maybe someone would be like, yeah, I didn't really find that funny. Maybe I didn't find that funny either. Or maybe you find that hilarious and you start laughing, they laugh too. I think that's more relatable than you just trying to be funny, because if like, I think most humor is, I think trying to be funny and finding something funny is kind of hit or miss. Trying to be funny is hit or miss based on the person. Like for instance, if you're very childish with your humor, then you probably won't like appeal to an audience that's like maybe like 30 plus or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you know, if you get more mature jokes, then maybe a target audience of like 18 to 24, you know what I'm saying, won't probably get, you know, what you're trying to say in your joke. So I mean, like it really depends. That's why sometimes when it comes to different stuff that happens on your stream or whatever, where you're playing a game with friends, or maybe you're playing like a game, multiplayer game, it's better to just like, you know, let things play out. You don't have to like kind of like, you know, like how people self-insert themselves in like freaking like shows or whatever, like fanfics. You don't have to do that. That's my perspective though. That is my perspective on what he's saying.
Should be the person that they experience in the live stream.
Right.
All right. Otherwise, they're just gonna get bored and leave.
Yes.
You're not to clip you in every waking moment. Never wrong.
And then he gives some like, well, I guess we can watch this.
Why did I show these people? What's special about these people? Any guesses? They are all on StreamerU, but there's something more. They're always themselves. I like that.
So their online and offline personalities are similar.
So these three are 3 of the 5 most successful streamers from last year. These are who you should aspire to be this year.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, essentially he's saying that these people are like they're authentic and they have certain personas that they portray like throughout, whether they're like off stream or on stream or in every clip, whether they're like in a clip or in a video, they're always like a certain way. I think that she was like really nice. I think he was really authentic, and I forgot about this guy. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, he talked about the content file. I think this is probably the most interesting part.
Now a recording. I want you to start a clip. You guys of how. All right. We're gonna talk about the content funnel.
Yes, my favorite part of this video.
A idea of how to efficiently stream. Right now, when you guys stream, what are your strengths? Getting a couple clips. Nice. We can do better. I want you to start shifting your paradigm. A stream is now a recording session.
Yes, talk to him. Say it again.
We're not just booting up stream to fuck off for 4 hours, get 3 clips, go home. We're not booting up stream to play a video game for 6 hours and stream, go home.
You guys hear that? You guys hear that? No more. We aren't booting up a stream just to play like Valorant for like 8 hours straight and then lose. We aren't booting up an MMO just to like stream for 8 hours and then on top of like only getting like 1 or 2 funny clips, you lost MMR. I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. That's me though. That's me for real. I did ranked class. Yeah, I'm still traumatized. I did rank yesterday on League, so that's why I'm projecting. But yeah, you like no, like I said before, I said this like in day 1 too, when you talked about he didn't talk about funnel, but I kind of brought it up myself that like the age of that was like 2018, 2019, like the golden era. Well, I don't know about the golden, is that, I don't know the difference of golden era. Like, well, that was the way to VTube when people like when VTube was kind of like novelty, and people were just doing it for fun or because it was like a new thing. It was a niche, and people would just boot up stream 8 hours, Minecraft, freaking Terraria, like back in when the freaking Animal Horizons came out, Animal Crossing Horizons, Animal Crossing 6 hour like marathon, let's go. Like, no, honestly, that does not work nowadays. The paradigm is definitely changing, and like this advice that he's giving, like these guys definitely appeals. I think that it even adheres to us most, because if you're trying to do these like hour plus streams and you're not making any content, you aren't going to get far. No one's going to watch 8 hours of someone that they do not know about. No one's going to watch 8 hours of someone that they don't have a reason to fit, that they don't feel any emotion about. If they walk into your stream and they just see someone like deadpan, just like click, if they hear like mouse clicks or like fan noise in the background, they're not going to stay, honestly. Like, no. I think most of us know this, but we're just like even for me, I was delusional about this too, because I think this was around the time where I streamed on Irium. I just thought people were going to come to my stream because I was streaming, right? Because I was coming out, I was showing out. But I soon learned that is not the case. If I'm going to stream on, like, I learned, honestly, I'm kind of glad with my time on Irium, but I kind of learned that if I'm going to put in the time to stream, I'm going to have to make it interesting. And that's why I did like rap streams. That's why I did like debates with my community. That's why I did watchathons. That's why I did like food reviews or taste testing. Like, I did a bunch of stuff because I wanted to make it interesting to my viewer. I didn't want to just come in and, like, some people like talking and just sharing streams, but I wanted to make it like interesting, you know?
That is a waste of your time. It is a less efficient use of
Less
your time.
efficient.
This is
Yes.
a recording session. What can you record in a stream?
Oh yeah, this is what we
One of my
viewed.
streams, this is one of my best streams. Why is it one of my best streams? You had fun.
Because you have fun, yes.
No, I did not have an event. The title is Games with Friends. CoffeeZilla video later. Authentic? No, not authentic. I got a video? A good video out of it. Every second.
A good video.
from this one stream, it was 6 hours. There's 3 separate VODs. Those
What
are
the
just
freak is
cuts,
happening to the
not
camera?
edited.
Oh, that's him taking a
Segments.
picture.
All right, I came prepared with segments. 3 different edited videos.
Yeah, like honestly, I think that for VTubers, most definitely, when you start off a stream, you definitely shouldn't just like, you know, I'm gonna stop like saying like if you're having fun, because I think that anyone that's watching this video definitely like wants to like try and, you know, boost their momentum when it comes to like viewership, whatever. I think that when it comes to VODs, when it comes to just any live stream, you should definitely have planned out content. Like for instance, for him, sure, he's playing games with friends, but he's actually like, okay, new hide and seek game is genius. Essentially, even if he's playing this game still, and you can play older games, but I think you should have a content, you should have like the video, the thumbnail in mind as to what you're going to do. But in this video alone, like it's the fact that what's that game called? The freaking crap. The game, the freaking game with where you like hide around. The freaking game where you're like hiding around, the hiding around game, bro. I forgot what it's called. But the reason he made this video is because, and the intrigue and like the interesting title, like, you know, what new hide and seek game, is because it was a new game, right? It was a new game, and he wanted to put people on because people were intrigued as to what new game they're talking about. They probably seen it. That's why he probably like added this little figure, because, you know, he wanted to make people aware, or try and invoke his audience to watch his content. And that's just like a example for how you're supposed to for like newer games, I guess. Like for newer games, if you do play newer games, like for instance, I know a lot of VTubers, oh my god, like I said before, corporate VTubers, they play a freaking new game. And it kind of trickles down. You know, the corporate VTubers, they're probably collabing with like 2-3 other VTubers that have like 70K, 100K views, or maybe they're gym mates that have like over 1 million, not views, but 50, 70K, 1 million subscribers, right? Or 1 million followers on like Twitch, right? And it kind of trickles down. The corporate VTubers play it, then the people that are below them probably have 50K subscribers, 50K followers play it, then the 20Ks, then the 10Ks, then the 100Ks, and then there's you. If you don't make it intriguing enough, you don't have like a title like this that kind of like, that makes people like, like what are they doing? Or if it's something different, then people aren't gonna watch you. That's why even for the content, not content, but day one, what he was talking about ideating before you stream, do some research. You plan on playing like freaking, I don't know, like a new freaking game that comes out, and some people have like beat you to it. Check out their Twitch streams, check out their YouTube streams, see what they're doing. Like, oh, this guy, oh, he's doing something interesting. He's like having his friends like freaking like do A, B, and C. Maybe I could try that. Or this person, they're like explaining like the game. Like they're explaining the game because a lot of people like it's new and people probably don't understand. Maybe I can make an explanation video since it's new. Like you gotta like figure out how you can make things like different. Cause honestly, VTubers, when it comes to like new games, like for flesh, like for like people like face cam people, sure they can like follow trends too, but with VTubers, literally almost like the biggest, it kind of trickles down faster for VTubers, and that's just because we're like niche, we're extremely niche.
McDonald's, a challenge I do, Magic Chameleon with some friends, and I reacted to a CoffeeZilla video. And then I also had a couple clips out of it. Okay?
Right.
It's all from one stream. That was 6 hours. I recorded all that. Just for your information here, I didn't put it in this slide. The streams, they made 5K. It's pretty good. Okay? All of these together, they made 25K. Okay? And you're able to get all this out of one stream if you just spend the time to plan out what you are going to do on stream.
Right. And it's not like you're planning out it's not like you're kind of not being authentic with your content, because for instance, even for like my videos, most of my videos, I kind of have like a few notes as to what I'm going to say. Maybe I have a script or two for like certain moments where I need like to get the information right. But in this instance where you're planning out your content for your streams, you're not being like, it's not like you're being it's not like you're not being authentic, because essentially if you plan out your content, for instance, like segment one where I talk about funny jokes, segment two where I play a game with a friend, segment three I talk about something else that funny that happened, segment four I try out this new Steam game. Like, you're essentially saying, okay, hey, TikTok / short video. As soon as you're done streaming for that day, you could be like, okay, well, I don't have to stream for 6 to 8 hours, because in that 2 to 4 hours I streamed, I have 4 separate types of videos that I'm able to put out. So it's like, it's a lot easier. I think for, like I said, like for VTubers, I think it's a bit harder because we're just stuck in this rut where we always have to think that we have to play games to seem interesting, but I don't think that's what's making us interesting anymore, because literally every VTuber is playing games, and dear God, do we have like a plethora of VTubers that I love. That we have a plethora of VTubers in general. Saturated our community.
Right now. And I want you to only put your hand down when I say, I'm basically trying to find out how many hours you stream. So everyone's hands up. Do you stream at least 1
Yeah,
hour?
he did this
He did this
earlier. Let me see. I don't think. Yeah, he talked about this in day one.
People, I could buy like a hot chip or whatever, do that on stream. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, this exercise.
Or pen and paper if you prefer.
Yeah.
Pen and paper if you... Guys, you're making a mistake. You said 2 hours in my...
Yeah, he was talking about like the hours they streamed.
50, all right? Some of y'all need to do more. I've looked at your stream hours. Some of you guys aren't doing enough. But if you want to be a streamer, I think at least 100 is right. Not getting the value of each of these streams, right?
What the freak?
Okay?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna do a little exercise right now. And this is an exercise
Where's my paper,
you
bro?
guys should be doing every single day. Let me say that again.
That's crazy. Every single day.
You should be doing it every single day. I do it every day. I've been doing this 8 years. I think of stream ideas every
Who said
fucking day.
dang?
I'm the only guy who thinks of them. Other people have teams. I think that could be a very helpful thing. I'm a little protective over my process. That's just my personal style.
Right.
On your phones or pen and paper if you prefer. This is an activity. Get them out right now. Break them out. Come on. I want you guys to be writing down 3 different stream ideas. Now, to make it a little more complicated, we're going to do 3 different tiers. I want you guys to come up with a $1 idea.
Yes.
Free. Something you can do anytime, any
And this
point.
is like $1. This is like a funding for your video.
Idea. Okay, maybe something a little more ambitious, something more planned out, whatever. And then final one, a dream idea, $100,000. Dream. Doesn't matter.
Where's mine? Where's my list, bro? I definitely did this. Oh crap. Dang, I didn't finish it. My homework. Okay, well, I can do it right. Bro, okay, I have an idea I didn't just write. I guess I didn't write it down. But for the one idea, for the $1 idea.
I'll give you guys a few minutes. I want you guys to seriously.
For the $1 idea, I had, and this is like, you can honestly, it may seem hard to do it with VTubing, but I think, honestly, it's like, it's a bit easier. For $1, I had literally, well, I wrote this one down at least. I had play games with friends. I had play game like a $1 game or something. Like there's a few like games on sale. Like there's a few game sales where it's like $1 game, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just play a game with friends. I'll just make a video out of it. My $1,000 idea, if I remember correctly, I wanted to do an event where where it was like adventure ASMR, where I would invite a few VTubers to collab with me, and depending on the adventure, I would hire different like sound effects. I'd hire people to make like sound effects or music, and music, and like story, like different like graphics and stuff like that, to make it like personal to their VTuber persona. So like if they had a VTuber persona that was like a freaking dragon, I'd make like an ASMR video that was like trying to lure a dragon to sleep, and the ASMR and the person, I guess the VTuber, like at the end could tell me if they were like falling asleep, whatever. Like that's what I would do for 1,000 if I had given a budget of 1,000. And then for 100K, I forgot what I did for that one. 100K, I think I was this was kind of like something I wanted to do with Ethereum, but I wanted to like invite a bunch of people, a bunch of VTubers to come out and play like sports or whatever, like a VTuber maybe like a not sponsorship, but like a donation thing where I got people to like come outside and like just like do sports or whatever. And that was something like I know it's a bit ambitious, like getting VTubers outside, but that was something I wanted to do. Cause I really like getting active and I really like sports. So that was something I wanted to do. And just like, I don't know how essentially I would be like using 100K, but maybe like flights and whatever, and like getting a field or something. I don't know. But that's something I wanted to do. But I think that's a very important thing to do. Now, I don't know, like some of us are busy. I don't think you have to do it every day. Even if you do it like 2 or 3 times, maybe like once or twice a week, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, then sure. But hey, honestly, you could probably, depending on how much you want to be like a streamer or a VTuber, you probably should be trying to do it as much as you can, you know? I think it's important that we're always trying to generate new ideas, and you get those ideas by watching other VTubers and watching people outside of VTubing, honestly, or even better yet, putting yourself into mediums that aren't content creation, reading books, going to different events, talking to people about hobbies that you aren't interested in. Those could give you ideas as well. And once you like get those ideas, then it probably becomes a lot better to like generate ideas on your paper or whatever. So it's just as important.
Right now, but come up with at least one right now.
Me, beast video.
Go ahead, right? I'll give you a few minutes.
I was reading with the comments. Okay. He goes around and like asks people their stuff.
Idea good. This is one idea here. This is a thumbnail.
World's largest mukbang.
In the back, what you got?
Oh my God. He said, bro, chat went crazy, bro. He said break into an apartment and steal like a bunch of chains. What did he say?
Pretty good idea. In the back, what you got? Wait, say that one more time.
Bro, and you see freaking chat. They're like, oh effing course, bro. Wait, no, bro, that's so bad. They're so bad. Seriously, for 100K, you steal something worth 100K? I don't know. Well, I guess it could be like a fun. Bro, chat's so mean. That's so mean, bro. Like, what?
$1,000 worth of change.
OFC.
Be a good stream.
Oh my God. Bro, that freaking killed me. Oh my God.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. All right, guys. These are really good ideas. Okay?
Okay, now he's about to give his. Why do you have to say steal it?
Idea good. All right? What makes a stream idea good? I'm a little different than you guys. I'm older. Been doing this 8 years. When I stream, I'm thinking about a YouTube video. I'm not thinking about a clip. That's how people do it in modern day. I think we should all be thinking of both. I think you guys are already good at the clip. That's second nature. Let's stop thinking about it. Let's think about the thing that's more sustainable. Holding long-term viewership, making a YouTube video, being authentic. Let's work on those weak points. The clip is second nature.
Dang, honestly, that's so true. Like, I don't even know what I think my weakness is, and you can definitely do this for yourself. I think that everyone needs to know their weakness as a content creator. I think that's something you need to just like sit down and talk with yourself with. I think mine is like being efficient with my time. Cause like I said before, I used to create shorts. I used to create 7 shorts 7 days a week. I did this for like 3 months straight, and it wasn't necessarily hard, but I did at sometimes feel like it was a bit taxing, honestly. Like just like recording all that and then like having to edit it like within a time frame of 2 days. Cause usually I did it like during the weekend. It was really hard. And sometimes I felt like I would honestly get like aggravated if certain things didn't like flow right, or if I didn't like how it turned out, then I like get frustrated and do it over. And was it like, and of course I kind of like chalk it up to just me being like a perfectionist. But I like honestly, I read this book and I'm probably going to create a video on it soon. It's called The Creative Act by Mark Rubin. And there's a quote that I highlighted, and it says perfectionism gets in the way of fun. And I think that is so important when it comes to content creation or any sort of activity where you're supposed to be creating. If you try and perfect things, then you're most likely not going to have fun or get the best result you can. And that's something with me. That's something I've definitely had to like learn to do, is like stop being a perfectionist. Even for my videos, I kind of had to like, that's why I don't really give as many like talking points or like scripts as I usually did, because if I stuttered or if I said something that wasn't right, then I like have to do all over again. Then I get like mad. Then I'll be like, okay, bro, I'm just gonna, I'm taking a 10-minute break. But now I usually just have a few bullet points and I just go off tangent sometimes. And I have, honestly, that's what happened in my last video. And I had a great freaking time making that video. I love that video. And that's my most successful video. So definitely have fun when you're making your videos or whatever. Because perfectionism gets in the way of fun.
I had to do the opposite.
It truly does.
Easy. How do I get a clip? I'm 30 fucking 1. I don't know what to do.
Why does every class say that, bro?
So anyway, I'm gonna go through a couple of my ideas here, and then we're gonna talk about what makes an idea good. This is one idea here. This is a thumbnail for it. It's called Bro v Bro. A lot of people stole this idea. It's a good
I stole that.
idea. It's basically me versus another creator.
Well, imagine being a freaking streamer one day and like people like stealing your idea, bro. That's how you know you're up. I want to be that one day. I want to look up the recommended YouTube videos. I'm like, dang, they stole my idea, bro.
Congrats, you did well.
Yes, I want that. Yes. I see how he said. No. I know, I'm for real. No, that's fine.
Someone who steals an idea makes you their ceiling.
Right.
They will not be bigger than you until they do shit better than you.
And that is why in my Brutal Truth of VTubing in 2026 video, I talked about it. I talked about creating your own niche or making content that appeals to a specific audience or a specific genre. Because if other people try to do the same thing you do, such as give perspectives on a game, whatever, and they copy your content, they're probably copying your opinion on it. They're probably copying the type of graphics you use. They probably copy the aesthetic of your video, the editing style, etc. And they won't ever make it better than you. And even if they get more views, maybe they'll get better revenue, whatever. It doesn't matter, because they're always going to have to come back to you. And one day when you make that video that they can't necessarily duplicate, then they'll be at a loss and you'll be up. So I mean, that's why I was like in that video, that's why I was technically saying, where if you create a niche and you create something good, I mean, like, sure, like he had all those people in that room that copied him, but did they make as much as him in this series? Probably not.
And if all they're doing is mimicking you, then I promise you, they will never surpass you.
Why do you look at him?
Different things.
I do different things.
This is $1,000. This is an older one. It's called an Amazon stream. Stole that shit. I gave my chat $1,000.
Stole that.
And Ron is right. This is a stream that Soda Poppin did initially. OG streamer Soda Poppin. I took the idea. The only thing I twisted is I gave my chat an exact amount they could spend.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like stealing content either, though. I don't think there's anything wrong. I always like to think of the quote like "good artists copy, great artists steal," you know. But like, if you steal it, put it like, give a different twist. Don't make the video like word for word, bar for bar. That's crazy.
I let them send me links. They vote on what they want to buy. Yes, we buy it. No, we don't. Huh? These are height pills. Yeah, stand tall, growth pills.
What the freak?
I'm 6'3". All right, $100 idea. This one's a few years old. 24 hours in the wilderness. I had a whole production crew. I streamed outside for 24 hours. I had a bunch of wildlife experts come through. They helped me through it. This was a 24-hour stream production. That's where.
But yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know. Oh yeah, wait, what is this?
Money.
Yeah, streamer games is another thing he did. Apparently, he lost some money, but he said that like even though he made a 100K video, he like lost some money last year, but it's gonna get him money this year because of all the new attention that there is to the streamer, to the university streamer U. Yeah, streamer U. So that was his point. Let me see.
I cannot tell you what.
Oh yeah, this is good.
I did the day-to-day of life.
Oh wait, this is also good.
Clicks, we're gonna do it again.
Oh wait, this is also a good point too. Wait, hold on.
Streamer you was, all right. You knew the opportunity that it was because it's already proven. So doing things multiple times is a good thing. You can't hammer it home, right? You don't want to be the 50th season of The Simpsons.
Right.
You gotta try some new shit, but
I'm gonna be honest with you, like
if something works, do it again.
Yeah, like for instance, for my last video, and you have a decent video or decent short that got you a lot of views that kind of separated itself from the rest of the content you make. You think I'm gonna make another video regarding well, I already have it up, but you know, I'm obviously going to create new content. But if something's working, if something's getting me that most momentum, such as like the last VTuber controversy video, I'm gonna redo it again and again. And you gotta understand that like sure it's like nice to like create new things, but hey, you might as well milk something if it works. You might as well milk it till it works. Milk that cow till it squirts blood. That was a very grotesque image, but you get the context. Milk the cow. You know what? Let's just watch.
You should be doing as a YouTuber, as a streamer, whatever. You were throwing shit at the wall. Something clicks, we're gonna do it again.
Yes.
Don't typecast yourself though. All right. Don't be like one of those people on TikTok. They got one bit. They do it in perpetuity.
Yeah, that's boring.
That's all they ever are.
No.
You know, you should explore new avenues. But if something works, keep doing it. All right. Next up. Christmas. All right, guys. This is something that I've thought about a lot. That helps me a lot. That I'm just maybe will help some of you. Do you guys remember being at school? For some of you, it's not that long ago. And you're fucking sick of school, but Christmas is around the corner.
Yes.
And that's exciting. That brings you there, pulls you. It literally pulls you through the last week, month of school, whatever, because you're excited.
I want presents.
Okay? As a creator myself, I can get very tired of the monotony. I have a strict schedule I adhere to. I go live X amount of days. I farm XYZ YouTube videos. You do that for 8 years, it gets boring. So what keeps me going is Christmas. I make myself a Christmas. For me, personally, it is a big event. Something I'm really excited to do.
I think for like this is just any content creator in general, but even I can give an example. For my Christmas, it's my ASMR. I told myself that if I make like a few decent videos, if I make 2 videos like in a month, cause like I had noticed that with my ASMR content, it is sort of, if I make like specific ASMR content such as like story time videos, those will do well. Those will do pretty good. If I make any other sort of content regarding my lower ASMR, won't do as good. Probably get like a few tens, probably like 50, like 70 views. Maybe it'll go up because around that time I only had like 300, 400 subs. But probably not by a lot, because I think most of the people that subscribe to me now kind of came from the my recent stuff. But you know, my Christmas is my ASMR content. I told myself if I create, and just like Ludwig, where he like used to monotony, like I told you, I don't like drama. However, like, does it get me watch time? Yeah. Does it get me watch time? Yeah, so that's like that. Those are the days I'm counting down till Christmas. My Christmas is my ASMR content. I told myself I make two good videos, well edited, successful videos. The next month, I promise myself I will create a ASMR video, regardless, because I don't care. I made 2 videos back to back. Excellent. I knew I put in my heart and my soul, blood and tears in those 2 videos, so I am going to reward myself. I think for most VTubers, that reward can be like, if let's say that you stream like 2 days, like 2 days out of a week, or three, 4, however, and you decide to like follow a strict segment section where you where you have a few shorts and where you have like 2 different video ideas, and you do that, you do it religiously, right? That 3rd week where you follow that regimen, you decide to say like, hey, screw it. I used to play, before I watched Suitoin's video, you know what I'm saying? Or Ludwig's like video, technically, I used to stream like 8 hours of freaking Valorant. I'm going to do that today. And you can do that. You can afford to do that because of the fact he can afford a Christmas because of all the work. Well, he's going to talk about it, but he can afford a Christmas because his last videos made revenue, made dividends, brought in new subscribers, brought in new algorithmic changes to his account. If you do that as a VTuber, you're going to get subscribers, you're going to get followers, right? And that way, when you can have that Christmas, you can have that like 24-hour Valorant-a-thon. That could be a video in itself, like 24-hour Valorant. If I don't sleep until I rank up, like so, like that, like just have fun. But you can't just always have fun and expect it like to always like be successful. Okay. You can't always like put in like low effort and expect it to be successful. I guess you could say.
I have streamer games in 2 weeks. I'm excited.
I guess you could say.
That. So I know, okay, I gotta get all my ducks in a row. Gotta get my YouTube videos out. I gotta get my streams out. I got Christmas coming up. All right, first part of the year, I do this event called Tip to Tip, a motorcycle around the world with my friend Michael Reeves. That is Christmas. I'm so excited to do that. But I know I gotta do my work, okay, before to get to that. Make yourself a Christmas. It can be whatever.
Yeah, even like a freaking like a game-a-thon with your friends or VTuber community. Like make a Christmas for yourself. Make a big event. Like for instance, honestly, when I had my wintertime crime persona, my Christmas was gonna be a winter event where for the whole month I would do things such as like during the winter season I'd like gift people different things. I'd like do a bunch of games with my community. I would just like do a bunch of random stuff during the winter season. Now that kind of changed due to me changing my name, but I mean, and my Christmas now, like I said, is my ASMR. I love doing ASMR. Does it give me the most views? Well, that's to be seen. I really don't know. Could it make me more views? Maybe, but as of right now, it's not my most like lucrative content in terms of like watch time and subs. So I do the things that make me watch time and subs. And when the time comes, which is next month, once I put out 2 videos for this month, I'll make an ASMR video because I afforded myself to do so. I put in the time, I put in the effort, so I'm able to afford the luxury of doing it.
It is a big streamed event. Maybe it is a YouTube video recording. Maybe it's a vacation. That's fine.
Oh yeah, vacations
make
too.
Make yourself a Christmas so that you can look forward to, you can get through the day-to-day of life. Next up. This is the #1 lesson. This is something I can't teach you.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell you the playbook for how to be successful exiting Streamer U. Because if I did, you would all use it and it wouldn't be successful. Someone here is going to rise above the rest. Someone here is going to offer viewers something unique that other people aren't offering.
And honestly, I think this is probably the most important takeaway for any VTuber that is watching, because our community is extremely saturated with people who are, like I said, making ASMR, doing cooking videos, gaming. I think that's the highest, I think that's the biggest category with VTubers. What else? Covers, making music, etc. I don't think if you like put if you like made a resume of all, let's say that you wanted to try and get sponsored by, I don't know, by like, let's say you wanted a voice acting gig, they're going to look at they of course, when you get a sponsorship, they're going to look at your numbers, your statistics, but they also look at what you do to see that you're the best position for the job. And if you're just like everyone else on that list, even just in general, if you're like everyone on a list, like for instance, oh, you just do, oh, like they're gonna look at you and like, oh, you play Valorant a lot, you're high ranked, but this isn't really a deal about Valorant or whatever. You essentially just look like the rest of, like, you should look like everyone else because of how this industry is ran. And it's kind of ran this way for a long time because of the golden era of VTubing, where essentially people were just playing games all day. Think like Gargura. I don't know if AI Kaizuna didn't play games, but like honestly, most of the like the industries, not industries, but the corporations of yesterday, right, during their golden era, 2018 to 2021, that's probably what I'm going to date. During that time, most people, or most VTubers during that era, they just play games, and that people enjoyed that. They enjoyed it so much because everyone was at home. And most of us were like working from home. We just needed something to just have on like a second screen or on a phone while we, just to take a break from it all. Everyone was locked up and we just needed a break. Now people are outside now. Now we have the ability to get a job, because most of us were like at home unemployed, and now we're able to get a job and we're able to afford our own games and maybe even make our own friends since we're back outside. That's not really, some people don't make their own friends, but whatever. But like I was saying before, the times have changed since that like COVID era, and people are still trying to put in the work. People are still trying to put in the same like strategy or formula that worked for those COVID VTubers because they blew up during that time. Think of like Chibi Doki, freaking like Gargura, now freaking Saba, Amelia Watts, like all of them, because of what they did and what they did like during that time to blow up. But realistically, that isn't working for us because everyone is back outside. They want people, they don't just want games anymore because they can afford their own games. They want people they want individuals that they can that appeal to their interests, which is why, like, I was watching that one person that was watching that Final Fantasy video, like that's why it has so many views at that point in time, because a lot of people play Final Fantasy. Am I one of the people? No, but it doesn't matter because she has like over like 300k views on the video. So I mean, apparently a lot of people, approximately like maybe 300k, wanted to watch a video about it. So you got to find something to make yourself like different from the rest. And I don't, like he said, like if I told everyone exactly what to do, like even if I gave everyone an idea, like it wouldn't really be special. So the only thing I could say is maybe like create like a versify.
I've seen that. Maybe that's fine.
Not versify, but diversify your content.
I'm loud. I like being the center of attention. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and that brings up a good point. I'm gonna literally go to do this. I created this video. I literally created this video where I talked about like the most like popular VTuber personas, right? I'm gonna mute myself because oh no, did I? Oh my god, I didn't freaking. Okay, whatever. So okay, so if you think about popular VTuber personas, I essentially, well, if, I essentially in this stream, where's my graphs at? Where's my graphs? Where are my graphs? Okay, so I did an analysis of all VTubers, and I essentially looked at their streams, the amount of viewers that they got in a specific time frame, and looked at who was the fastest growing VTubers, like the fastest growing VTubers, my source stream charts, and then top V streamer pool, which is the top VTubers at the time, and the top VTuber pool, which is V streamers, people that are primarily on Twitch, VTubers, people that are primarily on YouTube. And what I did with this information from all the different info from the followers, subscribers, from info that I gathered, I analyzed the most popular repetitive characteristics, which was playful, and first one was playful, mischievous, 2 engaging with chat viewers, and 3 energetic or high energy. And that was for, and I just kind of like, you know, spaced it out, made a nice little graph, looks pretty good. And top 5 performance pool. And essentially what I said was like top like 75% predominantly on Twitch, spikes in performance roles from collaborative events, significant. So essentially I just like did all this like stuff, but you know, I just want to give an idea what it is. So when it comes to popular VTuber personas, like, okay, I think the age for people like playing different personas on stream, I don't think a lot of people do that anymore. I think that VTubers are starting to come out, even for that new, I forgot what agency it was, but they're essentially, I think it's straight out of Japan, where they're hiring 2.5 VTubers. VTubers who essentially have personas that they play online, but also they're humans and they go to events, they go to signing events as themselves. I think a lot of VTubers in today's age, they don't really play characters. I think for some of these different agencies that have these like lines of different people with like a certain theme, that sort of like playing that character was sort of understood, because we are, you know, we're expected to act like anime characters when we're, you know, we are anime characters. But when it comes to VTuber personas, they also had a certain niche. Not niche, but they had a certain persona as to how they talked, the way they acted, the way they interacted with their community. And for these 3, this was back in 2024. I wanted to make a new video on this one, maybe I will. But 2024, high energy and playful, edgy and provocative, and sweet and soft spoken. These were the 3 top based on my research here from the analysis of popular VTubers. These were the top 3. And I think like, and this is just to say, when it comes to like what Ludwig is saying, I hope it goes to the same part we're at. When it comes to what Ludwig is saying, is that you can try and like copy these VTubers, but essentially if you copy their mannerisms or the way they laugh, or if you try and be like cocky or sweet or whatever, or high energy, A, you can probably only keep that up for so much, and B, like we saw in day 1 of Ludwig's video, if it's just kind of just there, and like, for instance, if you create a clip of yourself being high energy and someone comes into your stream and they don't see the same high energy person, they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave because you aren't that person that you displayed yourself to be. And that's probably like, that's another lesson in being authentic. I think that's just another lesson in being authentic.
Offer viewers something unique that other people aren't offering. I'm a small streamer making a cozy environment. Okay, I've seen that.
Right.
Maybe that's fine. Maybe you're happy.
I'm a freaking VTuber that plays like Minecraft, and I have a Minecraft community server you can join. You know, like, it's been there, done that.
That's not going to be the person who's the #1 streamer come out of here.
Right.
I'm loud. I like being the center of attention. Okay.
I make provocative. I make provocative jokes. I make cringy jokes. Like yeah, it's been there, done that. Like
you are not going to
it's
be
a
the
lot.
#1 streamer coming out of here. So what are you doing to be different? What are you?
And of course, like when it comes to that question,
that people are drawn to.
It's kind of hard to answer that at first.
This is personal. I cannot tell you what it is, but ultimately, whoever is successful will do this. Dean Sinat.
I'm just here to look around.
Guys, we have about 5 minutes left in class. I appreciate you all being very attentive. At this point, I will open it up. Does anyone have any questions for me? This is the last time that.
But yeah, when it comes to be different, I think that like when it comes to the new gen, like hashtag new gen takeover, you know what I'm saying? I think some of the biggest VTubers, like I said, are those that are going to learn or follow or create a niche that appeals to a certain amount of people, that blows up and maybe includes other people that kind of follow that niche out, like it kind of explodes into something. I don't know what this niche could be. Who knows? Or another example is like maybe someone that's like really authentic, or create something that's like that that needs genuine talent to do. It's not going to be the next big streamer isn't going to be someone that like plays games 24th, like plays like video games like 6 to 8 times a week. I mean, like it's not even really about like creating like shorts either. You can have a short that blows up 50K, 100K views, but if it's not landing you sponsorships, if it's not getting you revenue on like YouTube or Twitch, it's not really doing anything for you. So I mean, that's Be Different. I think that like Be Different kind of builds like makes compounds on like the content that you make. Crap. Wait, hold on. I think that wait, hold on. Cause honestly, wait, hold on. I need to get this out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to cover when it comes to Ludwig's video. He does have 2 more days. I think I'll either do that later or like some other time, because frankly, like we just went over like this stream alone, there's a lot of content to cover. And I think when it comes to VTubers, like, hey, can a VTuber learn from this guy? Oh, most definitely. Oh, for sure. I just think that it comes to like how you interpret their information, and actually if you like sort of put it into practice. Like how can I be different, or how can I create a content funnel for my content? And as soon as you figure those things out, then everything else becomes a bit more easier. So it's definitely possible. Let me see here. But that's pretty much it. But now I wanted to just talk a bit more about what I think is going to be what's going on next, or what's up next for VTubing in beyond 2026. I think a lot is happening in the background that not a lot of people are aware of, honestly. And wait, hold on. That a lot of people are aware of. And when it comes to like what the freak, wait, hold on, someone just freaking messaged me. When it comes to like, wait, okay, I got it. It was my boss. It was my boss. Okay, I got it. Okay, so when it comes to streaming, I don't really think, like I said before, I don't think that the newest VTuber is going to be someone that just plays games all day. Like, okay, for instance, like just look at these numbers. Like for the average VTuber, beginner, small streamers, 5 to 10 viewers make roughly 50 to 300 a month. And that is only if they're monetized on their respective platform. For Twitch, of course, that depends. On YouTube, you could be getting 5-10 viewers in your streams, but if you aren't getting any money, if you haven't hit the thousands subs or freaking 3,000 hours of watch time, you aren't making anything. Mid-tier streamers, affiliate and partner levels, take home about 3,000 to 10,000 a month by stacking ad sponsorships and platform splits. That's great. That's really great for them. But at the same time, of course, when it comes to like mid people, that's when people start getting a bit stagnant when it comes to their platform or their content. And like I said before, most of these people in the mid, that's the people that you're going to replace if you start like figuring out what you're going to do content wise. Because these people, they're the people that make like the reaction content. They make maybe like 1 or 2 covers, or maybe they just like game all the time because they have a community that likes that person, and maybe they just like watching them play. But they don't necessarily follow them based on interest, and maybe follow them just based on the way that they maybe they don't even know why they follow them. Maybe they just saw like a clip or something and just like, how this guy is funny or how this guy is cute, let me just watch them for now. But if they find someone that they're genuinely interested in, then they follow them. Then top full-time streamers, 10,000, 25,000 a month. This is all from one stream. But like I was saying before, when it comes to Twitch and YouTube, the global entertainment sector reached between 3.5 trillion in 2025 and is projected to hit 4.2 trillion to 5.7 trillion by 2030, 2034. That's a huge number. That's a huge chunk of change. That's a bunch of money going around. And YouTube revenue reached a record 60 billion in 2025 across ads and subscriptions. And like I said before, YouTubers in recent years have disproportionately captured the billions paid out via super chats and memberships. YouTube, or VTubers rather, are pretty much getting all, if not a good sum of money from YouTube in regards to super chats and memberships. This is how it is. Twitch revenue, of course, estimated 1.9 billion. I don't know the numbers on how much like Twitch VTubers made, but I'm sure it's somewhere around that. I'm sure it's somewhere around that still. Let me see. Let me add some music for. Yeah, there we go. I got you guys. What the freak is this? Whatever. This is even my playlist. No, whatever. Now, what is the VTubing sector? Now, when it comes to the VTubing sector, last year, like I said, the global VTuber market was valued at roughly 3.8 billion. 3.8 billion. That's Japan. That's the US. That's Indonesia. That's everywhere sprouting about. And that's not just the amount of money that they're making through like YouTube and Twitch. That's sponsorships. That's commercials. That's money that they're getting from posting their music online. Something that we're going to get into later. This year, 2026, the market is projected to reach approximately 4.4 billion. 4.4 billion. That's freaking incredible. And per future projections, 2031 to 2034, the industry is projected to hit 4.94 billion by 2031 and 14.6 2034. That's a 200% increase. 14.6 billion. I mean, that's a whole lot of money. And that's mainly because most of these different businesses and corporations, they're looking not for corporate, and we're going to talk about this. They're not looking for corporations because of all this like all these like different deals they have to make, all these like contracts they have to sign. They're looking for indies mainly because with indie VTubers, it's a bit less risk to sign something, like sign a deal with them or whatever. That's just how it is. And that's why you should try and diversify your portfolio so you can getting the attention of these guys. Getting the attention of these like different like corporations or whatever. Oh crap. Oh my goodness. But yeah, those are like 14.6 billion by 2034, and 2034 will come here like that. So I mean, you definitely want to try and figure this out now. So when these companies are like looking for VTubers, like freaking like car companies are looking for VTubers for like character models for their car, they can look at you, be like, hey, this person 10K or maybe 5K, 5K sure, but they actually they're in the car industry, or maybe I'm assuming that this person has like an interest in cars. Maybe they're a mechanic, or maybe they're just like interested in cars or whatever. Let's get them over this person, cause at least they know what they're talking about. So I mean, like that's why it's better to try and talk about specific things in your niche, because it differentiates you against people that are just like playing games all the time and just making like reaction content. Because reaction content, anyone can do that, but not everyone can know about like car parts or like mechanical parts. Like how many people do you know that can like talk cars? Like, can you name one? Can you name two? Can you name three? Like, but when it comes to this, yeah, that's all for motor intelligence. One person that I am really intrigued to talk about moving from ordinary content, which you've probably seen in recent news, is Mori Calliope. She was, I don't know if she had like, I don't know if she had, I'm pretty sure she did like play games back in the day, but now she has switched her agenda because she has other gym mates that aren't necessarily doing the same thing. She has switched her agenda to creating more music and creating different like essentially expanding her reach in things such as music and anime voice acting. She officially crossed over into anime voice acting, and she secured an English dub role to the court lady Koto Tosetsu in the anime I'm in Love with the Villainess. How many VTubers do you know have a dub or even have a part in an anime? There's not a lot. Trust me, there is not a lot. And as soon as her name is put in the credits, someone likes your name, that's a new follower, that's a new subscriber. Because I think that, like, when it comes to people at their peak, they like hit a plateau because everyone has seen them play that specific game, everyone knows their personality, and at that point in time, if you don't have anything else going for you, people are gonna like stop watching you after a while because they kind of seen everything that there needs to be seen. Unless you have like some diehard fans. For people that are just starting out, if you start giving like creating an interest or promoting an interest in voice acting and creating your own original music, then speaking of music, she made a major label debut with Universal Music in 2022, and her EP G Goku dominated the iTunes rock charts in 9 different countries and hit the US Billboard World Album. And in 2024, she performed Go Getters for the Warner Bros. Wit Studio anime Suicide Squad Sky. Like, how many VTubers can you say performed for an anime? Not a lot. There's not a lot. There's like a whole list you can go down for. And that's mainly because Laura Calliope is diversifying where she's putting her content, where she's putting her name. She doesn't, well, I'm not, I don't know, this is just a case study, but she doesn't just want to be seen in her streams or maybe in the occasional TikTok. She wants her name to be on beside like the end credits for an anime, the end credits for, or her face, or not, well, yeah, her face, or maybe even her brand at the end credits of an anime, the end credits of a song. Who else? Of course, like different like credits like Iron Mouse. I think that's probably like one of the most well-known VTubers. Of course, she's a huge spokesperson for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Everyone knows her for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. She holds a huge event every year, I think, but everyone knows her for it. I wouldn't even know about what that IDF was if it wasn't for her, because I watched like her content, I watched her streams. That's a very and of course, she's supporting it because she suffers from it. But at the same time, that could be you as well. You could be a VTuber that has a specific cause or something that you want to promote. It could be known for it, and people will come to you, be like, oh, hey, you're an advocate for like, I don't know, for pets. Like you donate like $500 or $1,000 of your earnings like every month to like this certain pet sanctuary. We want to help support that. We're going to sponsor you. You want to get that if you're just playing games, right? Like it makes sense. K-Son refused to just say a streamer. I think they auditioned for a mainstream AAA game and won the Grand Prix to become an official voice acting character model in Sega's Like a Dragon Gaiden. You can't audition for a mainstream AAA game if you just like play freaking like Valorant or Minecraft. I'm kind of driving it home like with games, but that's just for anything. If you decide to make ASMR, or you decide to just like make cooking streams, or like whatever, like you have to try and figure out what specific thing you want to target in your niche. What specific action? Do you like cars? Do you like books? Do you like maybe like a specific animal? Do you want to advocate for a specific group of people? Like you have to figure out how you can brand yourself, because everyone can brand themselves as like a gaming VTuber. There's tons of gaming VTubers, but there's only one VTuber that comes up when you talk about immune deficiency. There's only one VTuber you talk about when it comes to the Grand Prix. There's only one VTuber that you can talk about that's appear on the US Billboard. So I mean, for non-HJP, I don't really have anything. Oh wait, for Gara Girl, she did appear on the. Oh, she was a tourist ambassador for the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. I think a few of her gym mates were on that, but she was like one of the most well known. So I mean, there's only one person you probably talk about when, well, if you were at that, or if you knew at that time. There's only one person you can talk about when what was that VTuber that appeared on the Tokyo Metropolitan Government advertisement. So I mean, that's it. That's pretty much that I wanted to say on that one. That's just like, I wanted to just bring it home after that Ludwig video that VTubing won't be the same after next year. I think that a lot of VTubers are going to get really extremely serious about creating their own brands. I think that covers are cute, they're nice, but of course you can't put covers on iTunes. Or well, I mean you could put them on iTunes, but they won't get the amount of recognition that that an original would get, because an original is your own work, and a cover, it can only go so far. An original you can promote to an anime. Original you can pitch to a commercial or whatever, or like a maybe if you want to sign like to a music studio or something, you can pitch a cover, but people usually want people to make original content. So I think that you should definitely try to create some different sorts of art so that you are marketable to people in a certain when it comes to certain things. And with that, actually, I do want to specify with Arium. That's kind of why I kind of stopped streaming on Arium, mainly because of that. Because mainly like with Arium, it is such like I know I advocated for it. I have like 3 different videos on my channel talking about Arium. It's a good platform for beginning, but I slowly like understood that if I was ever going to create or be like my own person, that or not be my own person, but if I wanted to expand my reach, Arium isn't the place. Arium is just like if you just stream on Twitch or YouTube. If you just stream on one platform, no one's ever going to view you on the other. And Arium is such a niche platform. It's like, it sure is growing, they disappeared at Offkai. That's great. And they're getting a lot more momentum. But however, it's still a niche app. It really is. Like, honestly, when it comes to most people on there, probably never heard of them unless you've seen them in like an advertisement at like Offkai. And that's even then, if you see them, there's no reason why you will like follow them, like unless you like the way they look or whatever, or you met them on the screen. And that's why for me, even though I was pretty successful in Arium, I decided that I can't give it my time because I wasn't seeing any like compounds being created with me streaming on there. Cause I used to stream like 2-4 hours a day for my community. But as of right now, the only thing I'm really focused on is YouTube, and that's I'm prioritizing what is going to better my success in the future while still having fun. Just because I'm not streaming on Arium doesn't mean that I'm not having fun. I'm having a lot of fun with creating videos. But that's just that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. That I think that kind of like fit into like even just like just today's like 2 different talks like freaking Ludwig and whatever, is that you have to diversify, or you have to figure out as a VTuber if like whatever you're doing is going to get you where you need to be. Like if you're streaming game, like for instance, if you have the goal of maybe getting 500 subscribers or maybe 10,000 subscribers or maybe 10,000, is playing games going to get you there in that specific time frame? Like for instance, be very specific with your goals too. I said I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Am I going to get 1,000 subscribers by just like playing games on stream? No. Will I get some subscribers? Of course. Like I probably would get like, maybe like, 2 or 3, 4 or 5. But will it give me the amount that my shorts do? No. Will it give me the amount that my videos do? Heck no. And that's the and if you want to be a new gen VTuber, new gen takeover, you want to be a VTuber that's making like waves, making trends, You can't be following other people. But I think that's gonna be all. I think it's gonna be all for us. I've been streaming for I'm streaming for 4 hours. I think that's gonna be it. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Friday. I have to check with my job. I gotta check with my job to make sure that they're that if they have me on the schedule. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys are waiting for TikToks will come back tomorrow. They'll be throughout the week. As well as 2 new videos coming out this month. Okay guys, I see you later.